All right, I think we're live, hopefully. What's up, ATF Media, Daninsky? It's me, the Holy Trinity, in the chat. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I still haven't washed my hair. I'll wash it tomorrow. I'll wash it over the weekend. Anyway, welcome to the stream. We're going to watch some classic Memphis wrestling today. What a lineup. I don't want to give anything away, but we do get to see a potentially great Keith Eric match coming up. Whoa, why is my mic so out of control? What's up, JF? Has King calmed down yet? I don't know. Sometimes you get the best content through a loss, so I don't know. Get Crack said he's gonna make a clapback video on John Galt losing. Honestly, I didn't really think anybody would care. I almost didn't do it because I didn't think there would really be any interest in it, but people seem to like it. Seem to care who wins more than I thought people would. I'll be back this afternoon for Boit Watch Live, which has a bunch of new people in it. Like, holy shit, my hitter is clogged. And then Monday, I'll be back for Eric McHenry Part 19, I think, which is pretty crazy. Tan Man, he put up a good fight. Tough to beat Lalo. What was I gonna say? Oh, no cuts today in. But we'll do C block of Boit Madness on Monday afternoon. No cuts today on the show. There were no copyright issues, which is good. What's up, Jeremy? Greasy hair equals toy. It really doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's not the best, but I mean, I didn't get any looks at Kroger this morning. They weren't like, "Well, look at this filth bag. Look at this scumbag." And I have the same clothes on as yesterday too. If you go back, I've actually had the same clothes on twice this week. I did 2 streams in a row in the Tommy Vercetti blue tropical shirt, and now 2 days in the yellow shirt. I just feel like it's kind of Boit, you know. I like it when they wear the same clothes for a while. Wednesday is going to be the next Endless Summer. We're going to for sure watch the Ruby Spacek Burger King AMA. Ruby sent that over to me. I'm still waiting to hear back from Ava on the post whatever rollerblading stream, and I can't imagine I'll hear back from Grace about the OPC Don stream, so need some powdered Dusty to absorb the grease. It's really not greasy. It just doesn't look as like, you know, full and rich as normal. Should have played it safe and made you the winner. Yeah, that wouldn't have been... You did have a lot of support, though, to be fair. So we'll do Endless Summer on Wednesday. I'm waiting to hear back. Hopefully we'll hear something. If not, I think we're ready to head into the... Well, if you want to, we could listen to the entire Nikki New interview on Wednesday to go along with the Ruby thing, and that would give us another week to wait on anybody else to free up their respective archives. And then if not, we'll move on to the Bridge Burn, and then we'll wrap it up shortly after. But today we've got CWA Wrestling. I can't wait for Memphis. This is one of my favorite parts of the week. Friday's my favorite day now because you got Memphis and then Boit Watch Live. It looks like a pretty crazy lineup of stuff. There's a great Keith Eric match. Potentially great Keith Eric match coming up. You support Daninsky. He got a lot of support in the tournament. VP streamed yesterday. Bethadone put a vlog up. Did the Thorpe stream? Let me check the Thorpes and then we'll get into the show. I've been waiting for so long for anybody to stream. Freshly divorced and panel hopping. So they cut out 2. They were streaming. The stream was waiting when I checked it last night. It looked like they streamed for 8 hours. Let's see what they did. Oh, wow. Grace looking like she got dumped at the club in the opening images here. Oh, man. Some of these people on this panel. What in the world? Who are these people? There's like a guy that looks like Ruby wearing a Make America Great hat again. Grace showing pizza to the camera. Wow. All right. Well, now that I'm depressed, let's get into Memphis wrestling. I'm also in a bad mood. I'm not in a bad mood, but like I'm in a weird mood because when I went out this morning to Kroger, there was like a dead baby bird, not baby, but like a medium sized, like a teenager bird that was dead. So I took it out into the woods. I gave it a proper, send off, but it was kind of depressing. That bird never really got a chance at life. Yeah, I think I'm going to skip that one, Daninsky. Sorry, I got to adjust my... Now, are they putting the title on Soul Taker already? I know this is like flashback footage, but...
Soul Taker. Bring morale. It wasn't an accident. Monster, you are fired.
That was Timu EFD in the MAGA hat. Uh-oh. But the bird now, he's been given his proper last rites. He never even got a chance.
Hello again, everybody. Dave Brown here at ringside, ready to go with CWA Championship Wrestling.
Hi, Luna Star.
We're going to have Kevin Dillinger in here in the opening
Daninsky erasing his white hands. Erasing the truth.
Dirty White Boy, the CWA Heavyweight Champion, will be in here in a single match a little bit later on. Dirty White Boy, the CWA Heavyweight Champion, will be in here in a single match a little bit later.
Okay, so maybe the Soul Taker thing was a tag match then. So Dirty White Boy still got the CWA belt.
And you will see the brand new World Unified title holder, the Soul Taker. We will also be telling you the true story of exactly how the Soul Taker...
So the Soul Taker came in and beat Lawler then, right? That's got to be what happened.
Ended up winning that belt from the King, Jerry Lawler.
Hey, Cody.
Back with a match between Shawn Regal and Kevin Dillinger in just a moment. Well, we're about set to go. Shawn Regal in the ring right now.
He was just a little guy, man. He never even got a shot.
Championship Wrestling. Going to be going against
he had a little like red
Dillinger
patch on his head.
Way to the ring. Well, looks like he's on his way over here right now. Kevin, you got a match here. You're scared, not an interview.
I got a bone to pick with you.
With me?
Last week you said I'm not doing too good in my career of wrestling.
Well, I think what I said is since you've been in the CWA, you haven't had a victory, and I mean the record speaks for itself.
Let me tell you something. I'm a winner. I win all I do. Everything I go at, I'm a winner.
Okay, well, you haven't won yet. And why do you have the football? What are you gonna try to knock out your opponent with a football or what?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that. I'm gonna tell you something a lot of people don't know. I was an all-star football quarterback. In high school, I was the greatest. Every time I put my hands on the ball, touchdown. Every time.
Every time, okay.
Every time.
I didn't give him the last ride. I didn't powerbomb him into a grave.
Alabama, Auburn, everybody wanted me.
I gotta fix this fucking chat. I hate this bullshit.
Pro Bowl wanted me. I even had my own right guard commercial. And right here today, but professional wrestling was my first love. Today right here on TV.
White Pride. Oh my God, I'll have to check that out.
Regal. He's out of Florida.
Well, I'm sorry about you gonna go back to Florida.
I've ever had a trad girl snatch my soul. Like in what way? Like blown by a trad girl? Is that a Lifetime movie?
My first win right here on this Shawn guy, whatever his name, Regal.
Or are you talking about like where she keeps going after?
Well, all right, Kevin Dillinger.
You know what I mean?
To prove that, of course, is in the ring, as we have said so many times. Kevin Dillinger heads for the ring right now to go against Shawn Regal.
Shawn Regal, Williams' brother.
Well, as I said, we haven't seen Regal before, so maybe Dillinger's got his best shot at his first victory in the CWA.
Not really, obviously.
Everything he's ever done, especially he was a super football player in high school.
583, damn. You got McHenry. Well, no, I think McHenry's at 800. We can get you there, though. We get both of you to 1,000.
In the CWA. Kevin Dillinger handing his hat out of the ring. We are underway.
I'll check it out. We got to get Clarence. Clarence needs a Boyd Watch video anyway.
Shawn Regal is out of Del Rio.
You know, white people don't care about Tupac.
Boy, the the two of them going
Why
at
you
each
lying?
other there. Dillinger, backs into the corner. So, whoa, wait a minute. Facing a tough one here. Dillinger.
Wow, look at the
Behind him, gonna try to hammer that arm. Regal reversed
classic
it.
amateur
Dillinger
moves
made a
here.
Smart move. You got to hand him that. He heads for the rope. Got a foot outside. That stopped the hold that Regal had on him. Hair pulling, I think, by Dillinger. I can't see it for sure from here, but the way that
Shawn Regal.
back, there's almost no doubt about it. Oh, look at Regal.
Do you think they're gonna do the old do you think they're gonna do the thing like they did with Boy Tony before he turned and have him be like keep emphasizing the fact that he's losing all of his matches to get him over? Dutch really does like that angle though, because he booked it. I don't know if he was on the creative team in TNA toward the beginning or not. He might not have been, but Jarrett, if not, it was definitely Jarrett remembering, because they did that same gimmick with, was it David Young in TNA during like the Asylum years? They had him, like they kept pointing out that he was losing all of his matches.
And Kevin Dillinger not having the success he had hoped.
What's up, Ananja?
Tries to take control of the match. But Shawn Regal regains the control of it almost immediately. Dillinger back up on his feet now. Regal hanging on. Dillinger backs into the rope.
This is a great
referee calls for a
catch as catch can wrestling match.
all right, but look at this. Doubled up right fist. He nails Regal. Reversal by Regal puts Dillinger in
Two technicians. No, that's
and
not the
backdrop. He ends up in the middle of the ring.
tournament bracket.
Shawn Regal, impressive in the countermeasures he's been able to put on Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger in here upset because we had said last week that he had no victories in the CWA. But today he's going to start climbing the ladder of success. Long way to the top right now as Kevin Dillinger finds himself on the mat. An arm bar put on by Shawn Regal as Dillinger tries to get back up on his feet. Regal hangs on. Going to roll it over, but Regal kept the momentum going, and he ends up with the advantage.
Oh, be serious, Daninsky.
Once again, Kevin Dillinger back up on his feet in search of his first CWA victory. But so is Shawn Regal. Oh, did he hit him in the eye?
I'm trying to see who from Block C we might want to feature on Boyd Watch heading into it.
Coming off the
Heading
rope
into Monday.
and smashes Shawn Regal down to the mat.
I still got to edit that blowjob out of the Rajiv Rajan video.
Picks him up by the hair. There's a smile on his face. He hit him with the right fist. The referee warning him about it. Dillinger says, leave me alone. It's going good for me now. Dillinger fires Regal into the rope.
On Regal?
Caught him with the upper arm coming off of there. The referee verifies it was all right. You can't use the point of the elbow in that situation, but you can use the forearm or the upper arm. The referee said Dillinger did it. Okay.
You can't use the point of the elbow. Since when? What about Dusty?
Dillinger pleading his own case with us. As we already said, he looks much more in control now, and maybe he is on his way to the first CWA victory. Regal thought maybe Shawn was going to be able to...
Do they really mic up the ring underneath?
Didn't happen. Kevin Dillinger
I don't know if that's true for Memphis, but they definitely do that in some promotions.
standing over his opponent, now picks him up. Hair pulling there. Referee is checking on that and warning Dillinger about pulling the hair. Once again, he catches Shawn Regal coming off the ropes and body slams him. We're 4 minutes into the action as Regal goes flying into the rope. He slipped around behind Dillinger.
Oh, boy. Oh, come on. Why not give this to somebody else?
Shawn Regal. Boy, it looked like he was out of it, and Dillinger had indeed his first victory victory. Look at Dillinger. He can't. And Dillinger had indeed his first victory.
He can't believe it.
Look at Dillinger. He can't believe it.
Was that the real Kev Dog in here yesterday, or was that just a whatever account? Powder Dusty is done. He'll probably never appear on the channel again. I can't imagine any reason why he would. He served his purpose. He came in. He wouldn't have even been in the tournament if he hadn't made that big spectacle of himself, getting butthurt. Classic Gen X stoicism in action. He came in. He took an L for the Boyd, and now we'll never see him again.
He thought he had it won, his first CWA victory. But Kevin, it looks like you'll have to wait.
Christopher Cross?
One more day before
Why
you
didn't they give
find
this
out.
win to, I don't know, Ken Raper or Fridge Thompson or Freezer Thompson or something? Why'd they give it to this nobody?
Of success. We'll be back with the Dirty White Boy and the Dirty White Girl in a moment as Shawn Regal heads out victorious.
Oh, well, look at that. Moving in on Big Red there. Is the Ben Thorpe finishing move the small package?
Michael St. John for
Ben Thorpe's finishing hold is getting you to be able to admit terrible things about yourself without realizing it, and then before you even know it, you're just completely, you've lost before you think the match is still going on, but you've already lost.
CWA Championship Wrestling action Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum right here in Evansville, Indiana. We have the Unified World Heavyweight Championship as the main event. The brand new champion, as you've heard, the Soul Taker, puts his belt on the line against
The
Dutch
Soul
Mantell.
Taker.
A CWA Heavyweight title match in Evansville Wednesday night. Superstar Bill Dundee takes on the Dirty White Boy and the title of the White Boy. The Battle of the Freddys, you'll see it a little bit later on this program. Freddy the Imposter against Freddy. Plus, you'll see a tag action match.
Wait, so now we have Freddy the Imposter as well? God damn it, sorry.
Rick Morton and Shawn
Freddy
Regal
the
battle Chris
Imposter.
Champion and the New York Brawler with Ronnie P. Gosset in their corner. Opening action, Frankie the Thumper Lancaster takes on Kevin Dillinger. All that action right here in Evansville Wednesday night. Superstar, your shot at the CWA title.
That's right, Dirty White Boy. I never really figured you'd win that belt in that tournament, but you did. But you didn't do it by yourself.
Limp
You had
wrist
that
lock.
pretty little whatever you call
He
it, like
puts,
on another
he
name.
does like a head scissors, but he crosses his legs like he does when he sits in the chair and chokes him out.
For I'd like to say it, but I can't say it on TV. We go right black. Now, I'm just going to tell you something, lady. You better be to say it, but I can't say it on TV. We go right black. Now, I'm just going to tell you something, lady.
Oh, I
I'd
get
like
it.
to
Okay,
say
I
but
see what
can't
he's saying now. That if he said what he wants to say, they would just, the studio would cut the feed entirely.
Say it on TV. We go right black. Now, I'm just going to tell you something, lady. You better
Ben's
be
an
ringside if you're
interesting
gonna be an act
addition
like a lady,
because he
because if you
isn't
don't,
really
I'm
motivated.
gonna punch your
You know what I
pretty
mean?
like
That could hurt him in the long run. He's not really
I don't go around hitting ladies. But like I said, you won that belt for Dirty
always
White
a
Boy.
competitive
So if
person.
You come down that ringside, brother. White Boy, I want that belt. because
Once
I'd
the
like to
squash
wrestle
matches
Mantell
are
and
over,
Soul
will
Taker,
Ben
whoever
rise
wins
to the
world title,
occasion,
'cause
or-
that's on the line that night too. So if I can beat you, brother, that puts me right in line. Now just let me tell you, Mrs. Dirty White Boy, if you stick your head up over that apron, I'm punching you at, and I'm beating you, boy.
Dutch Mantell, a shot at the World Unified Heavyweight.
Well, I'm listening to Bill Dundee. He's talking about he wants to wrestle either me or the Soul Taker.
Finally,
Well, Billy,
real
you better get ready to wrestle
stars.
me. Now, Soul Taker, you're a big man, 6'7", 325 pounds. Now, you people keep watching this program here because I'm blamed for a lot of things here about Jerry Lawler losing the title. But I'm going to tell you one thing, Soul Taker. You are wearing the gold right now. And in Evansville, I'm going to come with one purpose in mind, to take that belt right off you in the ring, and then I want everybody chasing me in Evansville Wednesday night.
Dirty White Boy, Dirty White Girl.
Ooh, Dirty
joining
White
us
Girl.
out Here, and she has the CWA Heavyweight Championship belt that was won by Dirty White Boy. I do have one bit of business, and I will let you say what you want to say. Certified letter sent to you, care of me, and I had to sign for it. I would just like to ask you, since you're now the champion, if you would, it's from some lady in.
It's me. That comment was from that main, what does Dutch mean by you people? I think you know exactly what he means. It's me, that main, the one guy, Infinity Rich Kid or whatever, from McHenry's comments. He commented on one of my videos yesterday And I went back last night and looked at it. Basically, he's mad because I'm making hundreds of hours of unmonetized videos, and he feels like I'm bagging on Eric McHenry, that I'm just like, the videos are just all shitting on him. I don't know if he's like in character or what, but I don't think it's at all. I don't think The Man Time Forgot is a negative series.
Georgia. If you would, have them send it to your address, not mine. I would prefer not to be responsible for your mail there.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'll take care of this. No,
All right, let's...
no problem. You know, they've been in a glorious day. It's beautiful outside. The birds are chirping. I got the prettiest thing in professional wrestling.
You like her very feminine lace gloves?
Champion. Now, you know, Dave, 30 Dutch Mantell wants a shot at this title. He thinks that he actually deserves a shot at this title.
He does deserve it.
No, he don't. Did I or did I not beat him in the tournament for the belt? Yes, I did. That's right, Dave, I did. So, Dirty Dutch Mantell, don't come up and think that you're somebody and think for 1 minute that you're going to get another shot at this time. Well, maybe I will. Because, Dutch, you couldn't beat me on your best day, son, with one hand tied behind my back and half of me helping the other half. So, Dutch Mantell, you come on. I don't care who it is. You bring out Jerry the King Lawler, Bill Dundee. We'll even go with the Wild Side.
Madonna coded.
Yeah,
that's what I don't know if...
Are looking at these heavyweight champions.
I'm naive and optimistic still for some reason in life. I want to think that it's part of his fun of it is to come over and like continue that character over. It's a chance to work your character outside of your normal zone, you know? And I think he knows that like it's a, you know, it's not a place we're going to get mad about it or whatever, but I'd like to think it's just part of the LARP, but it does sometimes you do find people whenever you find a new person and they've got an existing kind of little core fan base, they do get mad if like new people start sniffing around.
Sitting on top of the hill.
No, don't light him up, please.
And I do have my ace in the hole. And I got somebody right up here. I'm going to show you exactly why I am.
I think it's just him in character.
All right, head for the ring right now. This is a
because I really don't think you can watch. I mean, in my opinion, unless I'm just completely off base, I don't think you could watch the Man Time Forgot series and feel like I'm dislike Eric or that I don't, that it's a negative series. I wouldn't spend this much time on somebody if I thought they were like a. If they didn't have any redeeming qualities.
Well, thank you very much. The CWA heavyweight champion, the Dirty White Boy, with Dirty White Girl in his corner heading for the ring. That's Tim Hall up there waiting for him. I don't envy the task that Tim has.
Tim Hall.
Tim has to look at it this
way. He got beat up a couple weeks ago.
I suppose we do too, that if Tim can not only hold his own, if Tim can look good against the champion, it certainly enhances his career and matches in the future. And that's what
9:40 I can finally drink.
Into the ring.
Look at these pants she's got on.
And in this case, the champion, the Dirty White Boy. It's a one-fall match, 10 minutes the overall time limit. Back on the ropes. Tim Hall had him back there. Dirty White Boy said he was pulling my hair. I don't think he was. But when Tim Hall broke cleanly back on the ropes, the Dirty White Boy nailed him. The Dirty White Boy. Well, I don't think I have to tell you. I think you know who the champion is. You are looking at him right in there right now, the Dirty White Boy. He won the belt in a tournament. The belt had been held by Texas Dirt.
Man, I really like those pants she's got on.
That's not Dutch Mantell. That's Tim Hall, and don't forget the difference. Texas Dirt gave the belt to Dutch Mantell. But the promoters ruled, and of course correctly, that that's not allowed. The Texas Dirt was not going to defend the belt. Oh, look at this Dirty White Girl.
Did you see that? Like, that was good. I think it was good work by her because she was like checking to make sure that the referee wasn't watching before she did it.
Involved out here on the floor as Tim Hall was thrown out of the ring. Now the Dirty White Boy picks him up.
Crowd is absolutely motionless. They're not too into this one. They're too into this show. Could be just me. I feel like it's kind of a low energy show so far.
Knee lift.
Both shows, my show and the Memphis show.
Off the ropes, the upper arm.
How you doing, Realm Champ?
Hall finds himself once again rolling on the mat. He has really been hammered time after time by the CWA champion. Count is 1, 2. Oh, at the count of 2, the Dirty White Boy says, wait a minute, don't count 3.
Whoa!
Little punishment here.
Dirty White Girl. Not a code for Bethadone Clinic.
Like a football team running up the score, the Dirty White Boy continues to work on Tim Hall. Kind of a reverse clothesline. He caught him from behind. Here's a count of 2. This time he makes it stick for the 3 count. Dirty White Boy with the win. 2 minutes, 18 seconds, and it's all Dirty White Boy as he gets the win over Tim Hall. We will be back with more action for you.
And for you primetime fans, I'll talk about it again, I'm sure, next week, but on the show. But Doug Locke added the Bugs Bunny Space Jam skins into Fortnite as an apology to me for what he did to the Looney Tunes on Tubi. Now they added Daffy Duck and Lola Bunny, but they suffer from the same issues as the Bugs Bunny. It's like they're really rushed and crap skins. So I really feel like Doug Locke he needs to tell him to pull him back to like do a hot fix or something. Bugs Bunny like 9 feet tall in the game.
Championship Wrestling, Evansville Coliseum, Wednesday night. Listen to this
I
card.
won't be
Opening
getting
action,
Daffy
Frankie
Duck
for Lancaster against Kevin Dillinger.
out of protest.
Tag action is Rick Morton and Scott Regal. Battle Chris Champion and the New York Brawler with Ronnie P. Gosset in their corner. A battle of the Freddys. If you haven't seen it already, you'll see it on this television program. Freddy the Imposter.
I just want to point out again that the Undertaker is either in the territory or he's still connected to it and he's about to come back, because I think he's there in December for sure for the end of the year run. But he's seen Dirty White Boy do the exact pin that he stole, where you drape your crotch in their face and then stick your tongue out. He's seen the power of the urn, basically, at one point. Who had the item that gave him like the special powers? I can't remember who it was now. And then you also now have a Freddy versus fake Freddy feud, which of course we would see the Undertaker versus Undertaker feud. I think Mark Callis stole a lot of his shit from here.
Against the original Freddy. Also at Evansville.
Mean
Wednesday
Mark
night,
is
the
really
CWA Heavyweight
shoplifting
Championship
from
on the
Memphis.
line. Dirty White Boy puts the belt up. Dirty White Girl will be in his corner to
He
take
puts
on
the
challenge
belt
of
up,
Bill
Dirty White Girl?
Superstar
Wow.
Dundee. And the main event, the World Unified Heavyweight Championship match. The brand new World Unified Heavyweight Champion is the Soul Taker.
That's
He'll put the belt on the
crazy.
line for the first time
That's so
here in
nuts.
Evansville.
The unified belt is like the AWA and World Class belt together, but like I think that Jarrett books it. But wild that Soul Taker just came in and like he's got the big belt. Not that it,
Tonight,
you know.
as he faces the title, or as he faces the challenge rather, of Dutch Mantell. All that action Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. 2 big championship matches. Dundee against White Boy for the CWA title. Mantell against the Soul Taker for the World Unified title. See you Wednesday night.
What do you think James pays Dutch? Like, do you think he just gets a cut of the revenue? Because they don't do lives, which eliminates the vast majority of your income potential, right? Like, lives are, I think, are the lives or premieres, but I don't think James does premieres. You could get super chats, but I mean, he could probably get some super chats if they went live with Dutch. Do you think he just gets like a percentage of the AdSense money then, or do you think he gets paid like a flat amount?
Here, the Dirty White Boy and the Dirty White Girl, after winning the match and then continuing to stay out here and beat up on Tim Hall after it was all said and done, and then we finally thought we had
$306.17.
The match is over.
So I want to apologize to you because I see I got you a little upset. You done.
Oh, true. Michelle McCool. Uh-oh, look at Freddy. He want that belt. He's doing the belt. Freddy Krueger doing the belt motion. McDonald's gift certificates. Like, how much realistically do you think it would cost if I book Dutch to talk to us live for an hour about 1989 Memphis wrestling? Like, how much would that, like an hour or hour and a half, how much do you think that would cost?
This fool trying to tell me.
Because James is whatever. He's just not going. The stuff we want to know, like, we have to be able to ask, because otherwise, James doesn't know Memphis. He doesn't know the storylines and stuff. We need to be able to talk to Dutch live so that we can ask our follow-up questions.
That he actually wants me to get in the ring, and he wants to.
I would pay him in McDonald's cards. Would Dutch Mantell, would Dutch accept payment in V-Bucks?
Want you to climb in the ring, give him a shot at the belt.
See, this is literally what chat is like for me every day. There's like 4 or 5 of you that have these weird fake accounts. So then it's like, yeah, is this the real Freddy? Is this the real Armani? Is this the real Lalo? Just I'm not mowing anybody's lawn. That's the worst shit to me. I hate cutting grass.
Title shot.
I feuded with my yard one time.
This is not
I went to war with it.
From it, but, we got to get a referee in here too. Oh, Dirty White Boy nails Freddy and knocks it down. Freddy's never been knocked down before. That I remember.
Bullshit.
Not
He's
like
lost
that anyway
before.
by Dirty White Boy.
I mean, really, what do you think? Would you think he would do it for $100? $100 for an hour? Would Dutch Mantell talk to us about Memphis wrestling, like on StreamYard, for $100?
All right, the referee's in here. And we've got.
I mean, I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be dark or anything, but I mean, clock's ticking. Dutch is, I mean, it's scary how you see more and more. I mean, there are the fewer and fewer guys from this era. If we want the deep dives from Dutch, we got to get them ourselves. It's time. The Thorpes are retired. VP seems like she's on the edge of retirement. It might be time to think about shuttering the clip playlist side of Fusion Studios and focusing on a new series of shoot interviews.
Match. Dirty White Boy agreed. We all heard him agree to put the belt up. Freddy again.
It's hard to find the zen in mowing.
By the Dirty White
I
Boy.
believe that. I just could never find it. I don't like to be outside when it's hot.
I'll tell you what. There again, Freddy knocked down to the mat. We have not seen Freddy be hammered like this by anybody. This is incredible. What the Dirty White
I've told this story before, but I actually killed all the grass in my yard. It just didn't make any sense why you had to have a yard. You know what I mean? So I just killed I did it in the front as a test, but I killed all the grass in the front, and everything was good. I thought we were fine. And then I don't know whether I have a feeling that an enemy of mine replanted the grass, but I can't be sure. But something happened and the grass ended up growing back. But
Boy's been able to do. He put the belt on
no,
the
he would
line.
not do it for a I'm being serious here, Daninsky. Do I need to put on my regular people glasses so that you guys know this is serious? I have to know more about this 89 Memphis, and I don't know who in here is the White Boy still alive. Who else is even Lawler's around, but we can't afford him. He's $300 for a cameo. Like, I don't know, how much revenue do you think is even how much could you even get off of an hour-long shoot interview?
I don't know if it's
Yeah, but I had them. It was dead. It's me. It was dead. I sprayed like the die and never come back stuff on there. Like it was cooked. And then I think one of my enemies had come over and replanted the grass. You think $500 for an hour? See, I couldn't do that. I think maybe, like, if I put some planning into it, maybe I could come up with like $200. But I mean, that feels really high for an hour. And also, like, I don't know how how much Dutch is going to remember. If you watch his podcast, he's kind of iffy, but I don't know. $500 is off the table to me. Even if I had the money, like, I wouldn't pay that much.
Championship aspect of the match.
And I forget, though, that nobody gives a shit if you care about making money off of it. You know what I mean? Like, I would think that if, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, well, Dutch will see that this isn't about making money. It's about getting this information out and, you know, solidifying the lore of Memphis wrestling. Like, people don't care about that shit. I'm going to get the same price as the guy that's going to put 100 mid-roll ads in it.
Or not.
No, it wasn't OPC Don. I think I know who it was.
Down to the mat.
I don't want to get into it, but I think I know who it was. I don't think she's watching this show,
The
but
Dirty White Boy has just defeated Freddy. Freddy has never been beaten. And as I was saying before, Dave Brown,
I actually ran into her the day that I did the Mountain Lion opening live stream. After I ended the stream and I was walking back, I actually saw her on the way when I was walking back to the car.
at the heavyweight champion, I just beat this thing.
Smoked all the grass in my front yard.
Hey, looks to me like the real Freddy is arrived. I don't know who that other guy is.
Uh-oh, look at this. Whoa!
We were saying during the match I'd never seen Freddy beaten up like
Oh my
that.
God.
And it looks like that's an imposter,
I need to clip this.
and the real Freddy has arrived. And look at this.
Do you think it's weird it's me that guy specifically pointed out, like, that part of what he was upset about was that it wasn't that I was making hundreds of hours of content to make money off of McHenry. He was mad that there were unmonetized videos.
A power slam went to a body slam again this time.
Nightmare on Beale
Mask
Street.
off the guy who came in here claiming to be Freddy. Freddy going after the referee now.
This is the real Freddy.
Freddy,
Well, maybe.
the real showed up here. Hey,
Fan favorite Freddy versus fake Freddy. Fake fan favorite Freddy. After Boyd Madness, we're just going to stop all the Boyd stuff, and I'm going to get into shoot
Freddy
interviews.
has picked up the chair now. Freddy not happy at all, and that is a big, huge understatement. Look at it. He's beside himself. As someone dressed up just
Do you think Jim Fannin would do an episode of his IWA IWA flashback series? Hang on. He's interviewing a bunch of people from, like, the old school IWA. I don't think he's interviewed any of the fans. Here he is. We watched a little bit of his stuff. Oh, he did an interview with, hang on, this is his page. He did an interview with Rain, and I've put her over,
We
like,
could go forward and work together.
a
But
lot.
those
Here's
are
Jim
not the-
Fannin now. He's bald, apparently. Where's the comments? How do you get to the comments on here? How come I can't see any of the comments? I don't know. I don't know how you see the comments on here. Well, anyway, I commented on it and told him that I liked the videos, and then he wrote like a little thing that everybody thought I was dead. So maybe he'll have me on his throwback podcast.
came in here, challenged Dirty White Boy to a title match. Dirty White Boy said, fine, step in the
I think
ring.
what the case is that there's a handful of people, probably the Rats, who are like mega into the matches, and a lot of people are maybe not as much into them. Although it's weird because I feel like the past few tapings, the crowd's been pretty lively. Look at this hair, though. That looks like, what's that actress' name? Chloe Sevigny or whatever?
Dirty White Boy got the win in about a minute 20 seconds.
Freddy is his own worst enemy, true.
To kind of, I don't know, clear his name or what to call that, but anyway, he was.
Would you guys
really,
watch a Mark
really
Fusion shoot interview if Jim Fannin put it up?
I think that somebody claiming to be Freddy would come out here and get beaten like that. All right. Well, that's quite an. Soul Taker comes roaring through the.
Oh, here he is.
The Big O over here.
Oh, Big O is like the worst wrestler in the company. He's big boy though. Wow.
He beat Jerry Lawler down there Monday night for this unified belt. Nobody's ever been able to beat him, and he whooped that man like a red-headed stepchild. Monday night, boy, I'm so proud. Larry Shawn proud. The Soul Taker proud. The new unified world heavyweight champion. Man alive, look at it. Beat him up, baby, beat him up.
We got a new manager.
Soul Taker is the new world unified champion in there right now against the Big O.
Big O.
He did get the belt. We're going to have more to say about that a little bit later on.
Remember when Grace took on the Big O whenever Ben was debating Elder Drazi?
Of Nathaniel Whitlock, his manager.
Larry on the phone, man. Larry, he was overjoyed. I tell you, we're going to take pictures down there Monday night. Going to put this on the mantle. We're going to ride around and look good.
Well, Nate, with what he's talking about, Larry Sharp, of course, from the Monster Factory.
Oh, Larry
Called him
Sharp's
Soul
back.
Taker, but he is sort of, you claim anyway, appointed you to
I
kind
forgot
of
about
oversee
Larry
the
Sharp.
Soul Taker's career, right?
Beat the food stamps out of him, baby.
Beat the food stamps
Now
out of
he's
him.
got a victory here. The Soul Taker gets the win. The time on it is a minute 18 seconds, 1:18, and it was all Soul Taker. As
With
he
Jim
gets the
Fanning?
victory
Oh, no,
here.
it's
This
Jim
was a
Fannin.
non-title match. The Soul Taker showing some of that power
Well,
that
he'd be interviewing me, though. He'd be doing the softball interview.
he's exhibited since he has been in the CWA. Another one out of the Monster Factory in New Jersey.
He
And
knows
this
I'd put
one
him over.
has
I bet he'd
the
have me on.
CWA, not the CWA,
Maybe.
the World Unified Heavyweight title.
I just know it would
As
be
he
a
and
I just
Nathaniel
know it would be a
Whitlock
funny
head
interview.
back for the dressing room, and the Big O being helped back by referee Jerry Calhoun. He does appear to be okay. We want to show you something that went on. We gave you a little preview of it at the beginning of the broadcast. The Wild Side, Ronnie P.
I'll
Gosset,
comment,
Mark
Daninsky.
Starr
I'll
was
put
not here.
ready for my interview whenever laughing emoji. That way, if the laughing emoji, if it goes south, then we can cope by just saying we were just kidding.
Last week, Gosset was asking where he was. I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe we'll find out more. But Mark Starr has been fired. Take a look.
Jarrett being held up by Ronnie P. Starr off the second rope. Just now, Ronnie Gosset. Jarrett
Oh man, jeez.
going for a pin cover. Count of three. There's your winners. Jeff Jarrett and the Master of Pain.
Yeah, like Jarrett would be too expensive.
I can't believe you did that to me. What is wrong with you?
And Conrad hates Memphis. He hates talking about Memphis, so he'll hardly ever put over a Memphis question.
It wasn't an accident. Mark Starr, you are fired. You are through. You take a hike and you get out of here.
Take a hike.
Don't talk to me. You are fired. Read my lips. You are fired. Through.
It would have looked good if Jarrett could have hit the cradle right as they landed off of Gosset, but the fact that rolling over him threw them off, then that kind of, it was a little bit sloppy eggs. Sloppy, slimy eggs.
Me or you against me? Now come on. He is fired.
Come on.
You make your decision right now. You either take me or you take your wiki brother.
Ronnie P. Gosset still pacing up and down the ringside, waiting on champion's decision. There he goes.
Chris Champion's leaving with Ronnie Gosset.
I'm going to focus on shoot interviews and my podcasts. Criminal Drip and Movies with Vegan Patriot.
The choice. You can stay with your brother Mark Starr.
I was gonna revive the movies on Discord, movie night on Discord with King TL, but now he's upset with me.
With me, Champion left with Gosset and Mark Starr fired.
This is the beginning of our Brian Pillman, Eric Bischoff arc.
Action. For years, Ronnie Gosset has managed the best in professional wrestling. Only the best associated with Ronnie Gosset. Only the chosen few ran the roads with Ronnie Gosset. And then it dawned on me, what have I done?
Yeah, very awkward pin.
Myself with nothing but trash. I had Dutch Mantell when nobody would touch him with a 10-foot pole. I picked that moron up out of the gutter. I made him a star. And what did he do?
Well, now
he
hear
turned
this.
his back on me. I had to wind up firing him. And then the Master of Pain. I got that idiot out of prison, and what gratitude does he have for Ronnie Gosset? He stabs me in the back, so I send him packing. And then just the other day, I had to fire Mark Starr.
Whoa, Ronnie. If you and Mark Starr got a problem, that's between you and him. I don't appreciate you coming out talking about my brother. That's my brother. If there's a problem, I wish you just let it lie.
Well, I don't mean to put him in the class with Master of Pain and Dutch Mantell, but what I am talking about, I'm going to surround myself with the best.
Yes.
Once again, the old Ronnie Gosset returns to the wrestling profession. I'm scouring the countryside for the toughest, just like Vince Lombardi. I'm going to be the toughest manager in the wrestling business. Those guys will follow orders or they'll get their butts out. When Ronnie Gosset talks, they'll listen.
Are you excited for the loser leaves Boyd match? It's me, Luna Star versus King Lee Cypress.
By Jerry Lawler. The Soul Taker, as you have seen, has come out with the World Unified title slung over the shoulder of Nate the Rat. Here comes the King right now.
I've told King if he wants a match on the undercard, if Paro happens to get eliminated before the final show, I can do King versus Hurricane Paro, but King has to be willing to put his hair on the line.
Even if he does not have that World Unified title at the moment, looking to take it back in the upcoming match against the Soul Taker. Jerry, first time we've seen you in a long time without that big belt over the shoulder.
Yeah, it's not a real good feeling either, Dave. Just as you said, as I started to walk through.
I like that shirt. I would wear it as a T-shirt for sure.
Belt with me. It's just something that's, after you go struggle along for 15 years and try to attain a goal, and then you finally do, it's something that you hate to give up, and I've tried all week long not to really get down about this, because I feel like, I don't really feel like I was beaten.
King
by
Lee's
the
got
Soul
no
Taker.
chance.
There were some circumstances involved, and I feel like I've got a return match coming up.
Well,
with the
listen,
guy,
you
and
guys
I know
are the
myself-
ones who built up King Lee. I mean, you're the ones who voted for him week after week to win the karaoke competitions. I mean, you built the resume that he may stand on to send Luna out of the Boyd once and for all.
Get down mentally and that sort of thing. I think I'll be able to go in there and take the belt back. But speaking of those circumstances, I've been real upset all week long.
Sorry, Luna. We'll wait for the big
I've been talking to
match.
different people, and they said, maybe it was an accident, or try not to get upset about it. But it's real difficult not to. Like I said, it's hard to relate your feelings to somebody.
Well, he's your friend since when?
That has not been in a similar situation when you.
Last
lose
time I
something
knew,
that
he was
is-
trying
is
to pick
so
up
dear
on
to
your
you,
friend, and then that caused problems, and then he got butthurt because you told your friend to back off.
If we could roll the film of the match that I had with the Soul Taker, the belt's at stake. I knew he had Nate the Rat in his corner, and I knew I was going to have to handle both of those guys, but I was prepared for that.
Nate
But
the
what I
Rat's?
didn't know I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
have to handle and deal with too was some other outside interference, and all you have to do is watch this film, and
I was thinking Nate the Rat was from a different promotion, but no, he was from Memphis.
you make up your mind for yourself what you think happened.
There's Dustin.
Lawler picked up again by his hair. The Soul Taker winding it up. Big reverse neck breaker. As the Soul Taker sends Lawler into the ropes. Catches him. Big back
Luna
drop.
caved on it.
Sends Lawler sky high into the air.
Lee the Rat.
The Soul Taker sends
What's up,
Lawler
Fart
into
Hammer?
the
Oh,
ropes.
look at this outfit.
Back
Perfect
drop.
for like Easter. The yellow and white.
Lawler says, wait a minute.
It's like a
and lands
peep
big
outfit.
right. Sets the Soul Taker down for the first time tonight. Lawler jabbing the Soul Taker.
Taker wobbling on his feet. Going down to the canvas. The Soul Taker struggling to stay up. As Lawler really working him over now. Lawler again puts the Soul Taker down to the canvas.
I think at Frank Morrell, the referee.
Lawler goes into the ropes. Lawler.
Godfather versus Jerry Lawler.
The cane from the outside. As Nate the Rat coming into the ring with that cane goes to hit Lawler. Lawler
Nate the Rat in the ring.
right of his own. He goes to work on Nate the Rat over in the corner.
Oh my
Lawler
God.
giving him all he's got right now as the Soul Taker coming out behind Lawler just leveled Lawler.
Oh.
Nate the Rat just jabbed him in the throat with that cane. As Dutch Mantell in here after Nate the Rat lands the cane.
Yeah, see, Dutch is going to keep things fair.
As everyone's outside the ring now, all the lumberjacks tangling up outside the ring.
500 bucks? There's no way it's 500 bucks an hour. Oh!
Dutch Mantell just nailed Lawler with the cane. And the Soul Taker just clotheslined Dutch Mantell as the Soul Taker with a pin cover. 2, 3.
What did he count to 7?
Frank Morrell from the outside of the ring just counted
Oh
3.
no.
And has just
Oh.
awarded the match to the Soul Taker.
Eddie Marlin.
Has just given the World Unified Heavyweight Championship.
Well, we just witnessed a robbery. Unbelievable.
I can't believe it's happened.
This is how you guys felt when Tony Yeoman beat King DL.
But the Soul Taker has been given the match.
That was a very passionate match discussion. He was real upset that he had a 2-year-old video and Tony Yeoman was eating a big arch.
Trying to help the King out. Unfortunately, things got out of hand and Lawler got leveled with that cane that was in the hands of Dutch Mantell.
Well, that was a tough one, all right. I tell you that. Well, we saw what happened.
Well, all I can say is it's real difficult for me to watch that without getting pretty upset with Dutch Mantell. Now, you know, this organization instituted a rule. I don't know if you remember, but and I'm sure some of the fans remember, but they have a bad habit of instituting rules and then kind of letting them fall by the wayside. I remember one time then when there was a $500 and then it was up to a $1,000 fine if anybody interfered in somebody else's match. But now it doesn't seem like that takes place anymore. You see guys running in, you see guys running out of every single match. Now, I think if Dutch Mantell had realized it was going to cost him $1,000 if he had interfered in that match, maybe he wouldn't have been down there. What does he care anyway? What does he want to come out in my match?
Wow, Cody Turbo.
Well, the only thing I would say, maybe Dutch was trying to help. It did appear that way.
Whether he was trying to help or not, he obviously didn't help.
Wait a minute. When you start talking about me, I'm coming out here and I'm defending myself. Now, I know you're hot, and I heard you've been running around all week bad-mouthing me to anybody who will listen. Now, I told you I was sorry in the ring. And that's all I can do. I can tell you that I am sorry. I'm sorry it happened. I'm sorry you lost the belt. And if you're hot about it, then I can't help it. Now, we've been friends a long time.
I guess I shouldn't be hot about it, huh?
If you're hot about it.
That's right. That's my side of it.
No, I don't. That's exactly.
Well, I don't see your side of it.
Do you ever say that to people in real life? Like I'll say sometimes to people in video games, don't get hot about it, and they don't understand what it means.
I'm sorry. I see that side of it. But, you know, we've been friends a long time, Jerry, and you come out here. You've been riding that.
What's
high
up, F.
cliff.
Wood?
You had to expect to lose at some time or the other.
No, I don't expect to lose.
Well, Luna, you can't. You like your channel and you put your business out there. I mean, people are gonna talk about it. They, you know, especially since you're part of the show, people are gonna want to talk about it. You're not always gonna like their opinions about it, but you know, does that make sense? Like people are going to discuss it because you're like, you know, you're part of the, you know, you're part of the community.
Against you. Now, we've been friends a long time.
Bill Dundee.
Oh, shit. Look at Bill Dundee. Wow. Wow. Look at this look.
Bill Dundee.
This is how I rolled into Kroger this morning. Oh, wow. What a look.
I've known you for a long time. Dutch.
Incredible.
That's all it goes. I've wrestled
That
with-
necklace.
I've wrestled against you, what,
Jerry, Dutchman, come on. We went all this out last week. We all been buddies a long time, man. We've been friends up and down the road and everything. Come on, man. You didn't mean to do it, Jerry.
Okay, no, I don't think that he meant to come out there to cause me to lose my belt. I'm not saying that. And I realize that when you say you're sorry, that you probably didn't mean to make me lose the title.
Man, what a look.
No, wait a minute. Let me say my piece. Let me say something.
Well, let me tell you. No, let me tell you.
The fact is, you did cause me to lose the title. Now, I understand you're sorry, but you're not half as sorry as I am. And, Bill, you come out here saying we've been buddies, and he's saying we've been pals, and everybody out there thinks, wait, look, will you let me finish, and then you can run your mouth all you want to. But first of all, let me say this. You're saying we're buddies. You're saying
Well, Lawler looks like he just got off of work, you know, or just got done cutting the grass. Dutch looks like he's going to a lumberjack funeral. Then Bill Dundee comes out looking like Miami Vice.
been pals. Everybody out here probably thinks we're big friends. We are
Mogging
not
'em.
friends. You're right. We're not friends. I know you, Bill, but I've wrestled against both of you. I've wrestled with both of you, but we're not friends. We don't pal around together. So don't
And
try to
remember,
make-
all of this toxicity, all of this drama and conflict is with the top 3 baby faces in the territory.
Everybody think we're big buddies. Well, let me say, I know that you might be sorry I lost my belt, but you're not as sorry as I am. And the fact is, you're standing out here. You ain't lost nothing.
Hey, don't get so hot. Don't get so hot at me.
You haven't even lost any sleep. I lost something that I fought for 15 years to get. What have
Oh,
lost?
you know what else I say to
Nothing.
people on the game that they don't understand is I tell them they sound half hot. They don't understand that either.
All I'm saying is,
I'll agree with you. I agree. But see, well, you know what you conveniently left out? You conveniently left out why I came in the ring. Twice that Monday night in Memphis. Twice now that Soul Taker jumped on
What's
me.
up, Tommy
Now,
Necro?
one time, Dirty White Boy and Soul Taker jumped on me for no reason.
don't care.
I'm coming in there and trying to help you, Jerry.
between you and him. That's between you and him. When you get a match with him, you
I went to your page. Did you make a video 5 years ago in favor of canceling yourself?
I believe Soul Taker would have killed you. Yeah, he did. Sure he did.
I wish they'd put the handles back.
What do you want me to do about it now?
You're not going to post your personal life online?
No, here's what I'm
But I mean, do you understand though? Like when we watch Bethadone videos, we kind of speculate what's happening with Bethadone or Grace or, you know, Vinny Slugga, you know, whoever. So like when you post videos on YouTube, sometimes people are going to talk about stuff that maybe isn't even in the videos, but no one's being like mean to you. They're just kind of telling you how they feel about it. Like you can just ignore them or you can listen and process or whatever, but I mean, when you have a YouTube channel, people are going to probably like, you know, they're going to talk about your business, even stuff that maybe is not in a video.
trying to tell each and every, I want to tell you, Bill, stand right here. Turn around here. Let everybody see your face. I want both of you guys
They just need to be, you know, they need to be fair in their statements.
to listen real carefully, okay? Here's all I'm trying to tell you. You listening?
Yes, sir.
You listening?
I know. I wonder if that's why I get,
Stay out of my damn
why
business.
I get a lot of negative
You're not
feedback.
gonna match. Stay out of it, okay? I don't care if I'm laying flat on my back. I don't care if I'm bloody from head to toe. Just stand back and watch, okay? I'm a big boy now.
I already
I'll
went to
take care of
Kroger
myself,
this
okay?
morning, Luna, so I don't have to go this afternoon. So it's like one of those things where it was like, it sucked getting up and going early, but now I don't have like, in between shows now, I don't have to like go out to the store.
Okay?
A win for past me.
Out of my business, okay? You understand? And one other,
Yeah,
I
you better
wanna
get
give you
active
both
with
a good
those
word of
videos,
warning.
Tommy
I got
Necro. We
another
need
match
to
coming
see
up with the Soul
you
Taker, and I got something
in
mind
Boyd
for you.
Madness
And I don't want you
2027,
boys Dutch
unless
real
I'm dead.
hairy, and you'd catch fire real easy. So don't come in the ring.
Stay out of my damn
You got a
business.
pretty little face there, and I don't want it to get singed or scorched. So don't come in a ring when I'm wrestling Soul
Well,
Taker,
just let
okay?
me tell you this, Kingfish. Tuesday morning, don't come and ask where we was. And I don't know if you did what was right either, Mantell.
All kind of dissension here.
What a great segment.
I don't know who. I see the points on all sides. I don't know if there's any right or wrong in this particular thing, but it's certainly.
Oh, we'll definitely, you'll be in Boyd Watch live for this afternoon for sure, Luna. Plus, you've got your big matchup against Voldemort, he who shall not be named. Loser leaves the Boyd on Monday afternoon.
A lot of dissension on that side over there.
Friend versus friend.
Okay, if he wants to look after himself. I'm looking after myself, too. That's my final statement.
They don't have pineapple Faygo there. I wish they did. They do have Faygo at the Dollar Tree, but not pineapple Faygo. Is there pineapple Faygo? And I didn't buy any frozen pizzas. The heating element on the bottom of my oven is fucked up. I have to get like, I can't cook like deep dish pizzas. I have to cook regular, like just regular crust or thin crust pizzas, and then cook them to a certain point, and then I have to like finish them in the air fryer because like the heating element's fucked up.
Will return.
I'm making a lot of pizza sliders. I would love to get the pineapple Faygo.
Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum, 2 big title matches, including a
This is
World
what I got,
Unified
as
Heavyweight
always.
Championship match and a CWA match. Listen to this lineup. Frankie the Thumper Lancaster opens up against Kevin Dillinger.
Like a 12-pack of Mountain Dew at Kroger, which is more expensive than Walmart. And Walmart's probably like $10. At Kroger, it's like $12. For the generic version, which is the citrus drop, which doesn't taste, it's not the best, but I mean, 0 sugar Mountain Dew isn't the best either. But the difference is like either $10 or $12 for 12 versus like $4.30 for 12.
Tag team action. Rick Morton and Shawn Regal to battle Chris Champion and the New
Pizza
York Brawler, a
fries.
newcomer to our area. Managed, of course, by Ronnie P. Gosset.
Can they leave the boy?
The
They're just out of. They're done. They're never going to be covered. Whoever loses that match is permanently banned as far as having any of their content shown on the stream.
Takes on Freddy the Imposter. Then a CWA heavyweight title match. The Dirty White Boy puts his title up. Dirty White Girl in his corner against the challenge of Bill Superstar Dundee. And the main event, the World Unified Heavyweight Championship on the line. The new champion, the Soul Taker, puts his belt up for the first time against Dutch Mantell.
Easy Lover, that'd be a good one to sing.
Morton, I want you to take a real good look right here. The man's from New York. We're talking back alley brawling, baby. So
Oh, this is the New York Brawler.
Going to show you exactly how to brawl. And now I heard Superstar
Highest of
Bill
stakes.
Dundee. Boy, hey, midget, you real tough, ain't you? You tough talking about
Vegan
beating up on
Patriot
a
in
woman.
action
Well,
Monday
let me
afternoon.
tell
I
you
can't
something,
wait.
boy. You won't touch one dirty little hair.
What do you
on
guys
her
think
head.
I'll show to try to hype up VP in her segment? Goon content, drunk content, or crash out content?
Because that means, boys, you have got to go through me, the CWA heavyweight champion, and then you got Big Dutch Mantell. Thinks he's somebody. He looks like your
What about,
going against a real good dear friend of mine, the Soul Taker. Taker, come in here and tell him about it.
What's that song by
Jerry
Chris
Lawler,
Isaac? Wicked
you didn't
something?
have enough the first time.
Wicked Game?
I beat you bad. Now I've got Dutch, Dirty Dutch. You want a piece of me, huh? There is no law.
King TL in Memphis.
When it comes to the Soul Taker, I'll reach inside of you.
She is dynamic.
Deep down inside of you, and I'll pull out your soul. I'll pull it.
I want to do the horror podcast with her, but like, she said she just wants to do it for fun. And in my mind, that means kind of like what I do with Bethadone, where we just kind of record and we don't even monetize it. Like we just want to, just talk for a couple hours. I would be down to do it like that, but like I absolutely do not want any kind of like, I don't want any kind of like promoting it or anything like that, or any editing or anything. Just like sit down, do like a raw 2-hour conversation and then just post it as the podcast.
Well, we have had some
SD
action here
Jones
today.
is
Shawn Regal, our
garbage.
first look at him. He gets a win over
Garbage.
Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger, who had said he was going to start his climb to success. We've seen Freddy go against an imposter claiming to be Freddy.
What about Cry Little Sister? Have you ever sang that one, Luna? That seems like one you would be into.
It is Don Kelly. And climbing up onto the ring apron, the New York Brawler.
New York
He's
Brawler
out of New
versus
York
the
City.
formidable Don
Referee
Kelly.
Jerry Calhoun stands between them. And as that black leather jacket
VP is a yap
handed out of the
queen,
ring by the
absolutely.
New York Brawler, the referees
She's like Jedi Joy too. She can do it solo, like she doesn't even need to feed off a chat. VP does feed off a chat, but she doesn't need to. Like, she could just solo go with it.
Don Kelly over in the corner even before the match officially started.
What am I going to ask VP about? I just told you it's going to be, it's not like Bethadone and I where we just sit down and talk, but I'm just saying like that level of effort on, you know what I mean? Just sit down and just record 2 hours of, she wants to talk about movies. She wants to talk about horror movies.
Don Kelly.
It's not about her content or drama or anything like that. It's just, it's a movie podcast.
Oh, he got hit right in the top of the head that time by a big right hand by the New York Brawler. Don't know too much about the Brawler, except he is big and he is tough. Look at him. He's got Don Kelly up in the air and body slams him. Drops down. Covers. Count is 1, 2. Up. Picks him up by the hair.
How can you don't think VP's good content? Give me a break.
Not content just to get a victory and go on out of here.
We're lucky to have VP in this sector.
That seems to be the attitude of the New York Brawler.
The New York Brawler.
Don Kelly, into the ropes. Brawler with a big upper arm. Kelly just hit the mat. Brawler slides.
This guy somehow looks like both Booger and Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds at the same time.
Jab into the throat. Don Kelly not able to make much of a move here against the New York Brawler, who came out of here ready to go and actually jumped.
I think VP's pitch was that we would watch the same movie separately, and then we would like come together on the podcast and talk about the movie. But I thought that it would be good to do like an introductory episode where I just talked to her about like her history with movies and like what were her favorites growing up, like, you know, that kind of stuff.
Kelly just prior to the bell sounding.
What about In the Ghetto, like the Heathen song?
Picks up Don Kelly. Nailed him with a
In the
left
ghetto.
hand
Oh.
left. Brawler. Big upper arm. There's a cover. Will he hold it? Count of 2. Nope.
VP's big competition in her bracket is, let's see, The Heathen, of course, tough. Vinny Slugga, Ruby Spacek.
The left fist.
Maybe a dark horse.
Left-handed. I think we know that much about him by now.
B.
There's a
Stevie.
right chop. Looks like he can use either hand illegally.
I feel like
against
chat
Don
might
Kelly.
get behind Chris the YouTuber.
Just a long day for Kelly already.
John
2 minutes,
Sluga.
15 seconds into the match. Big boot. New York Brawler just.
She's gross. And what I mean, like, even if she is gross, like, who cares? Are you talking about, like, her hygiene? Because, I mean, I don't... Not a lot of sparkling examples in the genre.
Kelly ran into it as he was coming off the ropes.
I say that as someone wearing the same clothes I had on yesterday.
Brawler drops him down. Down to 1, 2. This time he makes it stick for a 3 count. Well, there wasn't a lot of doubt about it, I guess.
I don't even remember what happened after the
New
stream.
York Brawler really seized control of
Ended
things
yesterday. I don't even remember what I
and showed
did.
us that he was capable of doing whatever he thought was necessary to get the count of 3, which he did on Don Kelly. So walking out of here with his first victory in his first appearance, the New York Brawler in 2 minutes, 36 seconds. The Violator had a match against Dustin Rhodes.
The Violator?
Here are some highlights of that action. Take a look
Ghetto
at this
Life?
Violator.
The Violator again in there with that tape from his wrist. Choking
I'm
Dustin.
over intrigued due to my sheltered small town experience. You gotta give me a break. VP, in all seriousness, is by far like the most, like, she's definitely on the highest, like, as far as breaking into mainstream, is definitely like on a different level than everybody else in the tournament. She's got real viral moments. I mean, they were negative ones for sure, but like, you would have to open up like an Alexandria library for all of her lore. I don't really care for the IP2 crazy stuff that she used to do, but I mean, all that stuff is like, holy shit, like, like level stuff, the toxicity in her relationships, and then like this bedrot era, which to me is her best content, but you can't downplay VP like that. If I'm over intrigued in anybody, it would be people like Vinny or Eric, maybe, where you have to really absorb a lot of the content. You can just drop in on any VP stream and it's going to be pretty something out of pocket's going to be happening.
Violator staying on Dustin Rhodes. Grabs him in a headlock. Just jabbed him right in the throat again. Violator, a vicious individual, rugged wrestler. Working on Dustin Rhodes, sends him down to the canvas.
The Violator.
Reverse neck breaker. Again, takes Rhodes down. Goes for a pin cover. 1, 2. Rhodes kicks out. Count of 2. Violator has been in control.
Isn't it weird that you can just like start I guess it really isn't. It's like the opposite of weird. But it's just weird to me that you would start like you could start like a clip channel or something, and like the people that I guess, again, though, I'm still thinking in like my old school ways of like, I didn't like that Ben and Grace. I didn't think Ben and Grace were like searching for themselves and watching all their videos and stuff like that. But I always think it's weird to see like the little relationships between clippers and the people that they cover.
Still working over Big Dustin. Dustin blocks it. Comes back with a big right of his own.
And I forget too, my clip channel is like a little bit different than a lot of the other ones.
Down to the canvas. Dustin Rhodes getting fired up, and here scoops the Violator up.
Violator.
Body slam. Dustin off the rope, drops the elbow, and finds no one home as the Violator up and moves out of the way. Rhodes being thrown through the ropes by the Violator.
Do you remember that lady, Lee Unfiltered, that we watched that was in her car? You guys thought she was like too normy. There's a lady that does like a snark channel about her, and like does these wild AI thumbnails with like these just unhinged titles.
The midsection, big sunset flip over the top rope. Dustin working to take him down, gets him down 1. Count of 2 by the referee. The Violator kicks out off that big sunset flip. The Violator again, a big right.
Yes.
Violator with a chokehold.
Yeah, of course. These are like they're my favorite TV shows. Of course I want to talk about them.
What's the count?
How dare you?
Big Dustin again being picked up by the Violator as the Violator.
Stop bullying parasocial relationships in the chat. Thank you.
Violator again with a pin cover. 1, 2. Count of 2. Dustin's foot was over on the ropes. Big Dustin being shot into the ropes again.
Am I upsetting your enjoyment of the Violator versus Dustin Rhodes?
Couple of big rights sending them in there. Another big one just leveled the Violator down to the canvas. Big Dustin shooting the Violator into the ropes. Momentum carries him up to the top turnbuckle as Dustin follows in behind him and goes straight to work on the Violator. Violator coming back with a little bit of his own now.
I love that Frank Morrell is like the big-time referee.
Violator misses as Dustin ducks down. Tommy knee drop sends him into the turnbuckle.
Oh, God.
Both men knocked down on that one. Just ran straight into each other. As Dustin and the Violator both back up to their feet. The Violator going down to his tights. Just nailed Rhodes with something. Something out of his tights. Loaded that glove up.
Besides, I saw you in the Boyd Madness stream. You knew that was going to be all bathe alone and
just put Rhodes down to the canvas. Referee
veg content.
That's it. Your winner of the match.
Wow, Violator takes it home.
Some type of foreign object in that glove of
See what happens when Calhoun isn't in there to bungle things up?
For the victory.
Frank Morrell. What's up, Scott Burke?
CWA Wrestling. You saw Gosset firing Mark Starr for one thing. Also, you saw the real story of how Jerry Lawler lost the World Unified title. You saw Freddy apparently losing to the Dirty White Boy in what had been an impromptu CWA heavyweight title match. Well, it turns out that the Freddy that came out here and challenged the White Boy to the match was an imposter. The real...
Can you imagine if Freddy would have gotten the win and been the CWA heavyweight champion?
Freddy shows up, and you can imagine how unhappy he was at the situation, and he has asked for a match and to get all of that stuff.
Oh,
settled
come
up.
on,
So,
ATF.
be looking for that in,
Be serious.
the weeks ahead. Freddy really steamed over that situation with the imposter showing up here today. The Soul Taker did win a match here today, but he has the King to look forward to, as the King will try to get the World Unified title back. And as you also heard, the King has told Dutch Mantell and Bill Dundee a lot of dissension there, and we saw the tape. We know what happened. Still, there are bad feelings, and you don't really know which side to come down on in this one, except the King has said,
Why
Dutch
do you have to pick a
Mantell
side?
and Bill Dundee, stay out of my business. Don't interfere.
Stay
in
out
any
of my
matches that I'm
business.
involved in ever anymore. Shawn Regal, a new face out of Delray Beach, Florida, wins his match over
Ooh,
Kevin
Delray.
Dillinger still winless in the CWA. Next week, we're expecting some new faces. One, a returning face to the CWA, Frankie the Thumper Lancaster,
Oh.
and Axel Riggins. They are expected next week.
Axel Riggins.
Expect you next week, too. Hope you will join us. Until then, I'm Dave Brown for CWA Wrestling. So long, everybody.
Who's Axel Riggins?
The announcers on this program, Wrestling.
Yeah, and his name. Undertaker stole everything from Memphis, in my opinion. What's up, Robot Glock? You know who'd really pop the territory, though? Who'd really get this thing going? Bob Orton. Master of Pain. Yeah, it was a tag team, I think, right? I mean, we literally saw a guy in Memphis called The Undertaker during this time. Didn't he take on a zombie or something? Or did he team with the zombie against the Wolfman and Frankenstein or something? I love that there's this fucking heated-ass triple babyface feud going on in the middle of this. Is like this really serious, like grounded, gritty, feud. And then the other current feud is Freddy Krueger versus fake Freddy Krueger. What's up, Brandy? Yeah, I think he comes back to Memphis, right? Undertaker does, and teams up with him in '89.
down here at ringside, and we're ready to go with CWA Championship Wrestling today.
Oh,
Frankie
look at
the
this
Thumper
set.
Lancaster will be returning. Got a partner with him I think you're going to enjoy watching wrestle, Axel Riggins. Also an update on the Jerry Lawler situation. Dutch Mantell will be...
Yeah, Freddy Krueger was wrestling the Dirty White Boy for the CWA Heavyweight Championship because Freddy had come out and confronted Dirty White Boy and Dirty White Girl earlier in the show. And Freddy, while he doesn't talk, he made the belt motion, you know. He's saying he wanted the strap. So they had a match, but then things kind of got out of control at the end, and a second Freddy came into the ring and confronted the original Freddy.
Be here too. Lots of action coming up. We do want you to stay here with us. We'll be back to get it underway in just a moment.
When do we start to see more Fisherman suplex? I don't know.
Championship Wrestling, what we thought, or who we thought, was Freddy came out and challenged Dirty White Boy to a championship match.
I just
So Dirty White
recapped
Boy
it, and now
obliged
Dave
climbed
Brown's going to do it too.
into the ring. Take a look at what happened last week with who we thought was Freddy.
Oh, good, Randy. Here we go.
White Boy nails Freddy and knocks it down. Freddy's never been knocked down before that I remember. Not like that anyway by Dirty White Boy. Power slam by Dirty White Boy and a cover one.
He won the belt.
And three. The Dirty White Boy has just defeated Freddy. You are looking at the heavyweight champion. I just beat this Freddy.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Freddy is trying to
Get this
mask off.
fake
The guy
Freddy
who
outta here.
Came in here claiming to be Freddy. Freddy going after the referee now. Well, as you saw, it turned out to be, of course, an imposter. The real Freddy really mad when he came out
Screams,
because
bitch.
he later was talking to the promoters and said that he had tried to build all of this up, and then this
Listen
guy
up,
comes
dirty
out and tries
white
to tear it
bitch.
down just in a few seconds there. Freddy was steamed, and he may still be. A few comments from Freddy.
He took the end. No, he didn't. He just tried to cash in on rehabilitating part of his past. There wasn't no Andy Kaufman to it.
People will see there's only one real Freddy, and that is me.
Freddy, and in the ring right now.
He's down in the boiler room.
Winner's manager is up there with him. Referee is in the ring, and as soon as the Dutchman arrives, we'll be underway. I hear the music.
I think all wrestler names are trademarked. That's why, one way or another, that's why WWE likes to change their names a lot of the time. But I think that, like, you can only kind of copyright it to a certain level. Like, something like Iceman. Like, Iceman King Parsons now isn't going to be sued, even though he probably doesn't have a trademark. But he's established as the wrestler Iceman King Parsons. So, like, I would think like Iceman Chuck Liddell, but like anybody could call themselves Iceman. But I bet maybe you could get one trademark for calling yourself Iceman as a fighter and another one for calling yourself Iceman as a football player. I don't really know how all that works.
But shouldn't be too far behind. There he is.
What was Freddy's reasoning to come to Memphis to wrestle? Didn't you just hear? He wants the strap. He came for the belt. What do you mean? Uh-oh, look, we got a fake Jason in the crowd now. Great. Here comes Dutch. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Well, he's got the whip here, and
Look at this, guys. We are feasting right now. Dutch Mantell versus Keith Eric. This is going to be great. Oh, the Boyd gods.
Placed out on the turnbuckle. Keith Eric complaining about the presence of Shoe Baby in the corner over there. One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Keith Eric going against the Dirty Dutchman out of Oil Trough.
He should trademark his awful mohawk. Then what would what's his name do?
Boy, we have really seen him go strong head on against tough
E2.
competition. Battling one of the tough veterans in there today.
Shoe baby.
Of course, in Dutch Mantell.
The chat really hates Dutch Mantell, Tommy Necro, except for Randy Wanzer.
Winner yelling something at Dutch Mantell. Dutch out of the ring. Jason
What's up,
Boss.
Electro Duck Wrestling
Too
Docs?
bad the Olympics aren't going on right now. Boss, I think, would have won the 440 right there. Amazing how fast some of these managers can run. When they have a power wrestler like Dutch Mantell.
The chat's real toxic.
Mantell
They
back
like
in the
to
ring.
try to get me
Headlock on
upset
Keith
about Dutch Mantell.
Dutch
Look at that,
fired
setting
over
him
the
down.
rope, came back though with a shoulder snap, does it again, and Keith Eric finds himself on the mat. He had figured on things going otherwise for it. Eric with a nice.
Oh, that was the second worst pinfall we've seen today.
He rolled him up, had the shoulders down. Could not hold him for a 3 count in spite of Boss Winners. Boss said he had him for an easy 3 count. Back on their feet, both of them. Keith Eric with a shot to the rib cage.
Oh, with the name.
Break
Oh,
out
I
the
remember
hold, got
Yanni.
on him, and
Yeah.
Keith throws him out of the ring. Boss Winner out to pick him up, but Dutch nails Boss Winner.
Isn't Yanni like another word for the box?
Boss has been caught.
Keith Eric, get in the ring, man. Take your count out win. Come on, brother.
With a right fist. Boss interfering in
There
the
you go. Get him
situation.
counted out. Come on, ref.
And Keith Eric
Oh,
threw
come
Dutch out of
on.
the ring. Boss came over and hit him with a right
Oh, I'd have
fist,
been.
but
I'd
he
be
paid
so
dearly for
heated
it
if I
as
was
the
there.
Dutchman was able to catch him. Now back in the ring.
When can we do the
Dutch
interview?
with a right
Soon.
hand.
I've got to get through Boit Watch or through Boit Madness is really taking up a lot of my time right now. But yeah, I think we can get it done soon, Luna.
Keith Eric back up on his feet. A short little clothesline as Dutch covers, count of 1, but he can't make it stick for a 3 count. Keith
What's
Eric.
wrong with the folding chair? It's been at least 4 years.
I saw him
Still
attack the
working.
boss, but I think there was plenty of provocation. I think fans
Come on,
will
ref,
agree with
break
me
it up.
on that.
Come on, ref. The fuck? Come on.
We'll call it as we see it, boss, if you don't mind.
Boy, this guy.
When it's over, we'll tell him it's
Calhoun
over.
sucks.
I don't think it is quite
He's a
yet.
terrible ref.
Keith Eric's brief advantage is no longer an advantage. He finds himself on the mat.
New
victim of an
Japan.
arm bar now as Dutch Mantell kind of stretches out on him.
Oh, really? That's awesome. In person?
Eric, good move for Eric. He slides
That's
under that
badass.
bottom rope. That means a break. The referee calls for it. Dutch immediately.
I'm not
drops
leaving the
hold and moves
country.
back away
I'm
from
not
him.
getting. I'm not going to I'm not going to go to an airport or leave the country for the foreseeable future.
Mantell against Keith Eric. It's been a good match. Look at Eric. Eric came back. He used the fist. He's got Dutch back in the corner. Boss Winner from outside, holding Dutch back in the corner, while Keith Eric works on him with a right
Is
fist.
Keith
Referee
Eric
trying to get him
managed
to
by
stop using the fist.
Boss Winners now?
Boss Winner up on the apron, pulling his hair. As the referee turns, Boss Winner backs away. Eric
Keith Eric, a true
with the headbutt. Yeah, I see it.
ring general.
Mantell in
He's
some
got a
trouble
lot.
here.
We've seen
Keith
him
Eric drops
at least a
down
couple
with
times
forearm
against
and
Lawler
covers.
with really good matches.
Two. Well, he can't make it stick for a 3 count. Only a 2 count, and Boss Winner is steamed. He said,
I like to
"Hey,
consider
it was
myself the
close
Keith
out
Eric
here."
of the Boyd.
Eric fired into the turnbuckles, but moves out of the way. And Dutch runs into the turnbuckles. Eric flips him back in the middle of the ring, shoulders down for 2, but he only gets a 2 count.
Be serious with that shit. Keith Eric is the best enhancement guy, in my opinion.
Only a 2 count. Keith Eric. Still working on Dutch. He flips him out of the corner. Bars the left
Yeah, I
arm,
feel like
does not
that
go
the
for a cover
people
at this
like to
point.
work matches with Keith Eric because he gets a lot of competitive, high-profile matches.
And again, Dutch smacks him. Keith Eric hanging on. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark in this match. 10 minutes, the overall time limit.
George South isn't in Memphis, bozo.
Keith Eric, Dutch Mantell. Been a good one.
Mike Graham.
Favorite coming in. Keith Eric has really given him a battle.
Any Dennis Condrey match? Probably not, honestly. I feel like pretty much everything of his that got filmed was on either Smoky Mountain. Was he even in Smoky Mountain? I think most of his would be in WCW, which is like all under the conglomerate now.
However, Eric off the rope.
Maybe like an indie show.
He's over to the rope. He springs. He lands on him. He covers. One.
I don't know if they ever went to Portland. Good match, good TV match. Dutch has got the crowd going.
Dutch wins it. We'll be back with you with more CWA action.
I love Mid-South.
Michael St. John for CWA Championship Wrestling Wednesday night in Evansville.
Watching Mid-South was like one of the big wake-up calls for me on the differences between Twitch and YouTube, because over on Twitch you can just watch whatever you want to. You can't, they might sometimes like take your VOD down, but it doesn't really matter because Twitch, you can't save your VODs at Twitch anyway. But like you can watch whatever you want to while you stream, and on YouTube it's the opposite. Like you could premiere Smoky Mountain episodes as like pre-recorded, and they'd be copyright claimed and they'd have ads in them, but you could still watch a premiere or have them up as like in your archive. But if you try to live stream them, then they'll fuck your stream up.
And heavy. Listen to this.
Twitch is just so great in some ways and just miserable in other ways.
Superstar Dundee will meet a tough newcomer, Hoss Deaton. The Wild Side Chris Champion will take on RPM Mike Davis. A little bit later on this television program, you'll see why this match has been signed for
It got flagged, yeah.
It's the mass versus
But they
mass.
let you keep it up though, right? I mean, it sucks that you can't make money off of it, but like at least like the work you put in, like people will get to see it. Like, I hate that you can't just live stream like Mid-South reactions. Again, if they want to claim claim the revenue or whatever, I can understand that. But to just not let you can have it up as a VOD, but you can't live stream it. And then Twitch is the exact opposite. You could watch a Hollywood movie with your chat, but you can't. The VOD will probably get taken down.
There must be a winner. The loser will unmask in the ring. Freddy will take on the Imposter Freddy. Evansville Wednesday night. Plus the World Unified Heavyweight Championship. Soul Taker puts his newfound belt on the line against the Rock and Roll Express's own Ricky Morton. Then the main event, the Battle of the Dirties. The whips will be on either pole.
You know what, dude? Honestly, like 99% of CWA does not get flagged, but there are some moments that do, but it's really not too bad. Like this entire 3-episode run, there's not a single copyright claim on it.
Shoe Baby, Dutch Mantell's whip in one corner, the cat o' nine tails of Dirty White Boy in the other corner. Wednesday night in Evansville.
What's with this look for the Soul Taker?
You've got your a battle against Rick Morton in Evansville Wednesday night.
Ricky Morton, are you stupid? You're a sawed-off little man. You've been listening to too much rock and roll. You want to fight the Soul Taker? There is no law. I am the world champion, brother, and you're not going to take it away from me.
He's cooked.
Dirty White Boy, somebody's going to get whipped.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not going to argue with this big man because he is the world's champion. This Wednesday night, man, everything's coming about. Everything's breaking loose. We got Chris Champion going against Mike.
I do feel like, when I talk to VP, I do feel like Andy Kaufman talking to... remember when he had that movie where he just like ate breakfast with Freddy Blassie? That's what it kind of feels like to me. It feels like I'm in this like surreal world. You'd use an AI voice on it. I don't like it personally. I mean, it just depends. I mean, if it's the difference between you making the videos and not making them, then I understand it. But like, I think especially right now, there's a lot of people who are so over it that if you did use your own voice, even if you didn't sound like a, if even if you have a King TL level voice, like I think people would just be glad that it was something that they knew was real. But I mean, don't let that, if you've got to do it that way because of time or whatever, then I can understand that. But if you're able to use your own voice, I would, just because it'll help you stand out, I think.
Well, champion, you should have never stepped over that line and then finally at last. Dutch,
It's a hard watch, yeah.
plain and simple, brother. There's going to be 2 poles, one in each corner. On one pole, shoe baby. The other pole, the cat of 9 tails. Well,
He uses AI Gorilla
Bring
Monsoon.
shoe baby down, tie you up, and then I'm going to bring a...
I like how Memphis's roster is building back up and we're getting these weird groups again.
that white girl in and she's going to
Miss Elizabeth, eat your heart out. Look at the dirty white girl.
get this cat of 9 tails, and she's going to whoop you like the mangy old hairy dog that you are. That's Wednesday night, baby.
Dutch Mantell has already picked up a win against a very tough Keith Eric here today. TD Steele standing in the ring right now.
Like, it's just weird to think that, like...
The CWA heavyweight champion headed for the ring right now. We're talking about the dirty white boy, his valet, the dirty white girl.
It just seems really surreal to, like, talk to Vegan
I
Patriot.
just said you're the CWA heavyweight champion, no doubt about it. You got the belt. He won it in a tournament.
Because I still think of her as, like, a, you know, character... as the lead character on one of my favorite TV shows. Uh-oh, Shelton Benjamin-esque TD Steele.
If you're ready, let's get it underway.
Even, hey, ATF Media, even the white girl didn't use the thing.
Dirty white boy. CWA heavyweight title is not at stake in this match. Dirty white boy with a forearm across the back. TD Steele back into the ropes, fired across the way. Whoa, ducks under
You
the
could
sun.
also, like, I don't know if you've asked your, I don't know what your audience is like, but if you've got people that would give you feedback, you could do that as you could ask them as well.
And presses the dirty white boy down to the mat. The dirty white boy immediately back up on his feet. Dirty white boy with a big weight advantage here over TD Steele.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
About 30 pounds or more, I would say. No, TD Steele uses his
Ooh.
size to advantage, though, as he
TD
leaps
Steele,
over
tremendous
the dirty
amateur
white boy, but now
background.
he pays for it as the
4-time
dirty
Olympic
white
gold
boy
medalist.
kicking with a boot. Fist to the top of the head.
He was also the, I believe he won a silver medal in the javelin at the Pan Am Games.
Sits down on him with that big upper
Look at that
leg.
kid,
Now
man. He's
one,
like, fuck you,
two.
dirty white
Dirty
boy.
Breaks the cover at the 1 count. He's not through with him yet. And again, as we have seen him do in other matches, not content apparently just to win a match, wants to hurt somebody.
You got 400 something? That's really not that bad,
He
man.
can do it. There's a cover 1. Oh, he breaks it again.
We know we know some people who have like have been making daily videos for almost 15 years and only have 800, but I mean you just got to keep with it, especially if you got a passion for it.
Yeah, acting like Dirty White Girl had something to say. And what did you say, he says, and breaks the cover once again. TD Steele taking more punishment here. An upper arm by the Dirty White Boy as Steele came off the ropes.
Oof.
Big open-handed slap across the chest. TD Steele in trouble. Here he comes out of the ring, down on the floor. Look
Yeah,
out, Dirty White
just
Girl.
say whatever.
Well, that
Back
whip
then, no, oh, look at her laying into him.
popping him with it, and Dirty White Boy now out here on the floor.
Ooh. He was thinking about making a move over toward her.
Referee trying to get him back in the
Very
ring.
unflattering outfit today from Dirty White Girl, though.
Steele. No, victim of a reverse neck breaker.
She looks like a
Boy, when
drink
Dirty
cup.
White Boy puts that on an opponent. There is just not much continuing. Let's see if he'll make the cover stick. No, he just barely got the 1 count started, and then he breaks it. Disgusting.
Since the beginning.
There again, a second reverse
He's
neck
not
breaker
even
from
on
Dirty
it.
White Boy.
He's
TD
not
Steele
on
is
YouTube.
lying there in the ring. This time he doesn't even try for a cover. He just picks him up, fires him into the rope. Power slam by the Dirty White Boy. TD Steele. Pretty well out
Yeah,
of it
what a
here.
that
Dirty
whole
White Boy
thing
says,
was
"Come
so
on, get up."
bizarre.
He does, on his feet.
The African
Give him a
dream.
bravery anyway. There's a cover again. 1, 2.
See, there's the Undertaker pin.
Stick for a 3 count.
What's he gonna do?
The
This
White
count
Boy in the
is.
non-title match here with a win over TD Steele.
That was a pretty good TV match, I thought. Decent amount of action.
And the Dirty White Boy gets the victory. Well,
Slumber Party, there you go. The long T-shirt.
I want to get the Dirty White Boy over here just for a moment. He's well, while you're showing off for the fans and all of that, we've got
Let's get a look at the
videotape.
design here.
You and Dutch Mantell, I'd like you to take a look at it, and then we'll get some comments when we come back.
Oh, it's like a leopard. Ooh, Dutch versus the White Boy. Ooh, Frank Morrell. You know it's a big match. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we keep hoping for McHenry. He's gonna get his. He's aiming for. I think he wants to get 1 million, then 5 million, then 10 million. Eventually, who knows, 100 million subscribers. Boy, this is a. Listen to this. Dutch. What's up, David Vance? Oh, his, you're saying that dress on White Girl looked like a... looked like a potato sack. 1 million tweets, yes. See, here at Fusion Studios in the chat, we don't really measure success on YouTube in like views or subscribers. We measure them in Kino. The deep Kino. He didn't beat him clean. Oh, no, Dirty White Girl.
Right in the eyes of Mantell. Now Mantell down as the White Boy goes to work on Mantell.
Oh, now things are... Come on, Frank. You can't get her out of the ring. Just grab her by the hair and throw her out, Ben Thorpe style. Look at what's the point of Frank Morrell here? He tells the woman to get out of the ring, and the woman won't listen to him. And now he thinks that Dirty White Boy's gonna listen to him.
Well, Mantell and Shoe Baby even that one up real quickly, I'd say.
Well, you know, that just goes to show what kind of man Dutch Mantell is. Because, Mantell, you couldn't accept the fact that you got beat 1, 2, 3. So then what do you do, Dave? He comes out and he wants to jump me from behind. I done got my arm raised in the air. I still got the title. And I'm going back to the dressing room, but no. He wants to come out and jump me from behind and then continue. So the White Girl was just looking after my best interest to get a crazy man on my back. Like I said, he jumped me from behind. So Dutch Mantell, you brought out Shoe Baby. Or you had somebody bring Shoe Baby out. And you think you're big and bad with that whip. Well, he come up with a little idea. Put a pole in this corner. Put a pole in this corner. On top of this pole is going to be Shoe Baby. On top of this pole is going to be the cat of 9 tails. Now, Mantell, you done felt the taste of leather once, big boy. So I tell you what I'm going to do. After I get through beating your brains out right in the middle of the ring, I'm going to climb up
and I'm going to get Shoe Baby. I'm going to come right back down. I'm
What Keno is?
And then I'm going to hang you with your own Shoe Baby. And then I'm going to get this cat of nine tails, brother, and I'm going to whoop 30 pounds of hair off you, boy. By the time I get through whipping on you, you're going to be a smoker. If you know what I mean, baby.
I hear what you're saying. It is going
Yeah,
to be
Dirty
one
White
pole
Boy's
match.
great.
Shoe Baby on one pole, this whip on the other pole, and that's the way it's going to be.
Exactly.
Did you see that guy?
This whip on the other pole.
He's like, well, I don't care for this fella. Dirty White Boy, he's not for me.
And that's the way it's going to be.
I hope Dutch wins.
Any other way, so Dutch Mantell, come on. Dave, we'll see you later, brother.
All right, we'll see what happens in the match. We'll see you right back here in just a moment.
Keno is like a critic. Imagine if like you like how it like a critical hit works. You know, like in a video game, it like if you have a rare chance to hit for like double effectiveness. Imagine like the crit of a crit. That's Keno.
Night, Evansville Coliseum, one of the
That's
biggest cards you'll
that's
ever
the
see.
like.
Triple main event action. Let's run it down. Axel Riggins, Frankie Lancaster against the New York Brawler and Kevin Dillinger in the opening match. Then superstar Bill
I can
Dundee
whenever Keno happens, I can feel it like through my entire circulatory system. Like my circulatory system is awaiting Keno now, just thinking about it.
There must be a winner, as the imposter Freddy will take on the original Freddy. The loser must unmask in the middle of the ring in Evansville Wednesday night. Plus, the Unified World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. The newly crowned champion is the Soul Taker. He'll have a tough challenge against the Rock and Roll Express's own Rick Morton.
Like imagine for like 5.5 hours watching a father and daughter like slow burn interrogate someone about their life as the like shadows fall onto the father and he's cloaked in darkness, and then he brings up fertility issues to this person, and then the feelings are hurt, and then just as things start to settle down, the daughter asks if the offended party could loan her money for a Red Bull. That's Keno.
And the main event, the Battle of the Dirties. The whips will be on the pole. Dirty White Boy with his cat of nine tails, and that will be on one pole. In the other corner, Dutch Mantell, and Shoe Baby his whip. The man that gets the whip gets to use it. What action. Big matches. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. Be there.
For the king, Jerry Lawler. Jerry has lost the Unified World title. Still the king, but no longer the champion. As it comes out here, we want to maybe get him to say a few words about the situation, bring us up to date, and we'll take a look at some of the action that's led up to all of this. King, as I said, I know these are not happy times for you without that belt.
No, they're not, Dave. But what I think I've got this all figured out. And what if we could do this today? I know we have a little film recap. I'd like for to
or
show
like
everybody.
Dutch when he gave that promo down in Jerry Jarrett's basement about how he didn't really understand what was going on with Buddy Landell and Bill Dundee because he never stopped liking them. They just stopped liking him. And then he started playing like a slow country song like that. That was pretty Keno.
Exactly how I lost
Dutch
the
making
Unified
big
World
money.
Heavyweight Championship, and then show him once again how I was just about to regain it and what happened again. And then I want to ask a very special guest to come out here and join us. But first, if we could watch this little recap. Would that be all right?
Sure.
Taker coming up behind Lawler, just leveled Lawler.
What was he doing in the basement? Filming an interview. What do you think?
Nate the Rat just jabbed him in the throat with that cane. As Dutch Mantell in here, after Nate the Rat lands the cane across the back of the
Karaoke at the...
As everyone's outside the ring now, all the
Where's it at the Union Hall?
up outside the ring. Dutch Mantell in here for a little payback as Lawler holds the Soul Taker up. The Soul Taker
Oh, man.
and missed. Dutch Mantell just nailed Lawler with the cane. And the Soul Taker just...
Lawler should say he would normally never do this, but he's going to bring out the Soul Taker to give his side. And then Soul Taker should just bury Dutch Mantell to Lawler.
Clothesline, Dutch Mantell as the Soul Taker with a pin cover. 2, 3, that's it. Frank Burrell.
Well, that's how the belt was lost. This is the rematch now.
That turnbuckle delivering those big knees into the midsection. Just clubs Lawler right across the back of the head. The Soul Taker picking Lawler up. Just carrying him around the ring and just drives him right down into the
I wanted a fair fight, Jerry. But Dutch Mantell, he had to hit you with the cane. I didn't want to win like that. Baked soul? Where'd that come from?
Lawler looking good. Going to work on the Soul Taker over there in the corner. Frank Morrell.
Uh-oh, picture in picture.
Trying to get those fists open. Morrell again warning Lawler about it. Lawler just ducked out of the way. Leveled Frank Morrell. Morrell.
Whoops.
On the outside of the ring as Lawler just rolled the Soul Taker up. His shoulders are pinned. The thing is in here as Lawler picks him up, gives him a big uppercut. Just down him right in that nose there.
Was Lawler not even going to pause for any comments on this?
With a roundhouse right as Lawler takes the Soul Taker down for a pin cover. His shoulders are pinned. The Dirty White Boy coming in here from the outside.
Dirty White Boy will help. Hey, wait a second.
Working over Lawler now.
Oh, Soul Taker, baked Soul Taker. Oh, wow, that's the baked Soul Taker. Woo! Wow. Ever seen the movie Soul Taker? I don't think so, maybe. I forget a lot of the movies I've seen.
Frank Morrell getting up at ringside. The bell has just been rung. Frank Morrell has just awarded the match to the Soul Taker because he just saw Dutch Mantell in the ring and said that's going to be outside interference and has called for the bell and disqualified the King. The Soul Taker walking out of here again with the unified world heavyweight title. As Frank Morrell.
Well, he only had like his mind's eye vision. Now he's seeing, you know, the cold truth.
Out on the floor. Got back up in the ring, and when he saw the action, Dutch Mantell was standing there with a cane in his hand. As the King had the Soul Taker pinned.
This is how Lawler looks here. That's how ATF Media looks listening to Opie and Anthony. That's the only thing I know about. I know about him.
I hope that everybody paid very close attention to that. And one person that I know is watching this on a monitor in the back, and I would like for him to come out here once again. I asked him to come out last week. If I could get Dutch Mantell to just maybe make an appearance out here for just 1 second.
Oh, boy.
Said, Dave, I think I've got this all figured out. I think I realize exactly what is going on now and maybe a way to remedy this situation.
Oh, here we go.
Out here for just a second. Oh, yeah.
Dutch can speak for himself, but, well, I'll let him do that.
Hey, look at Lawler.
Well, I'll let him do that.
All right, you're out here. I'm out here.
Now, let me ask you something.
Dutch can speak for himself, but, well, I'll let him do that.
Yeah.
All right, you're out here. I'm out here.
That was so, I like that a lot.
Dutch. Wait a minute. Let me tell you one thing. Tell me stay your business.
No, wait a minute. Before you start that this is what I was going to say. Don't take my lines, Dutch, because you see, I was going to ask you, do you not remember last week? Did anybody happen to see the TV show last week? Did I not I could have sworn I was standing about right here.
How many King Lawler shirts does this guy have?
He was standing about right there. No, you're fine. I just want to refresh your memory, Dutch. Do you remember me telling you or asking you to stay out of my matches, stay out of my business? Did I say that or not?
Yeah, you said
Was I imagining that?
No, you wasn't imagining. You told me, and I remember it.
And yet, it seems...
Sounds like an
I
RV
just watched
conversation.
on a monitor, not more than 20 or 30 seconds ago, me in a match with the Soul Taker, with the World Heavyweight Championship at stake, and I look up, I've got the man pinned, I look up, and who do I see standing in the ring, and who does the referee see standing in the ring? And naturally, he disqualifies me. Who did he see standing there, Dutch?
Did you call me out here trying to embarrass me or something?
No, I'm not
What
trying
you call me out
I
here
called
for?
you out here to ask you a simple question. Who did he see standing there?
He saw me standing there. And there's a reason why I was standing there.
Well, you know what?
That
That's
boy
why I
and
called you out
Soul
here. I
Taker
want
were
to hear
about
the
to
reason.
kick your brains out.
Why is this
They
so
were kicking your
effective?
brains
Like
out,
I,
Lawler, when I come out, 'cause that's-
I'm completely bought in on it, and it's only like the second, like segment they've done about it.
white boy just tore me up with that cat of nine tails, and I wasn't in no mood to play with a white boy. I wasn't. The white boy brought me in there.
That's Clarence's line.
Did I make it clear? I mean, could you not read my lips? Did I ask you to stay out of my match? Did I say, I don't care if I'm covered with blood from head to toe. I don't care what they're doing to me. Please stay out of my match. I know I said that, Dutch, but yet I look up, and who do I see standing there? Dutch Mantell. Now, as I said, Dutch, no, I didn't call you out here to embarrass you. I called you out here because I think I figured this out. You know, I watched that tape of you. I watched a tape of you and the Dirty White Boy wrestling a while ago, and you're trying to win the CWA Heavyweight Championship, right? Right. And I saw you out there. You're pulling your straps down. And you're doing this. Now, where'd you get that move from, Dutch? Huh? Okay. I know where you got it. Yeah, okay. You're pulling your strap down, and you're trying to win the CWA Championship. Now, that's fine and good.
Like legit, like
why-
this feels like we're watching on the same show with Freddy versus Fake Freddy, and somehow this is like intense shit. Like I'm bought in on this.
Trying to do that, Dutch, because you know that the CWA Heavyweight Champion is the #1 contender for that world title. You know that, don't you?
Since you brought it up, yes, you are correct. You should be a detective, Lawler.
Yeah, I
you
know.
would solve every murder
Okay.
they ever had.
Calm
you
down,
can figure
Dutch.
it all out.
Calm down. Don't get excited. Let me just explain something to you. I know that what you're thinking in your mind was, you're thinking, as long as Jerry Lawler has that World Heavyweight Championship, you're probably not going to get a shot at it. Because you're thinking the promoters don't like to book a guy that the fans like against another guy that the fans like. That's what you're thinking, right? So what you figured out, you'll go in there and you'll get me in a match with the Soul Taker, and you'll cause me to lose that title. You'll get the belt on the Soul Taker, and you'll get to wrestle him. You don't think you're gonna get a shot at it when I got the belt. And so then you get that done, you let the Soul Taker win the belt, and then I get a rematch and you say, oh my gosh, Lawler's fixing to win that belt back. Now what can I do? You sit back in the back. You know, I told you.
You think I got this all planned out?
Yeah.
You think
Oh,
I sat
my
back
God.
in a little cubicle back in the dressing room and figured it all out, right?
I know.
That's what you're trying. That's what you're leading up to.
I know that's a lot to expect out of a guy like you, Dutch, but yes, that is exactly what I think we got. I told
what
you,
you're gonna do.
I told you, Dutch, I had a big fat fireball with the Soul Taker's name on it. You didn't even let me get a chance to use it. You wanted to make sure I got disqualified before I could do the Soul Taker in. And you did it. You got the
You know
job
what you'd
done.
like to do right now?
What?
You'd like to slap me, wouldn't you? You'd like to haul off and just slap me, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't like to
Yeah,
slap
you would.
Dutch.
You know
No.
what I'd like to do?
What?
I'd like to slap you because your attitude.
Oh.
I'm just about sick and tired of your attitude, Lawler. Now, I said it last week. You rode that crest for a long time. Now, if you think I got any designs on anything else other than my own personal business, then you're wrong. And you better be backing up, and you better be watching that tongue in that mouth, and you better be keeping a civil tongue in your head. Now, I'm not going to tell you again.
Well, look, Dutch, let me just say this. A guy... First of all, Dutch, a guy like you don't
No,
tell me
I
anything.
didn't.
You might
I
ask me
definitely
something,
will,
but
though.
You can't tell me anything because, as the
I
old
love
saying goes,
Mid-South.
I've forgotten more about wrestling than you'll ever know. I am the world heavyweight and have been the world heavyweight champion and still should be if it wasn't for you. You have never been a world heavyweight champion. You're not even a CWA heavyweight champion, and that's what's eating at you, Dutch. Why don't you admit it?
This
These
is so
people can
good.
understand that.
Okay.
Everybody wants to strive to be the best. Everybody wants to climb the mountain. Everybody wants to be on top. I'm sure you do too. Why don't you just admit it?
Okay.
You're just going about it the wrong
Hey,
way.
Kevin
Okay,
Murray.
I'm going to tell you one thing right now. You want me to sell your business, correct?
Exactly what I
From now on out, if you get your brains kicked out that ring, Lawler, don't look for me.
How
to come
long
in and
is
help
it,
you. Don't look for
Electro
nobody
Duck?
else because I think you've made yourself perfectly clear. You don't want no help, so I won't give you any. And by the same token, I doubt if you're going to help me anyway. But if you had some compassion about you at all, if I'm down, I don't want you coming helping me. And as far as I'm concerned, conversation ended here.
it is really difficult to have these kind of situations because they both have to kind of like, puff up their chests and stand up for themselves or they'll look weak to the fans, but at the same time they have to keep it within a certain threshold to keep one of them from turning, because I mean, I don't know, we'll see how it works out. I mean, in Memphis, I feel like there's always that chance that if it's heel versus heel or face versus face, like that it will, they'll fight and whatever, but they'll both leave without a turn. I don't know if that'll happen here, though.
You see, Dave, some people you just have to deal with a little bit differently. Some people you just have to drive that point home a little bit harder than others. Dutch is that way. It's no fault against Dutch that he is just a little bit thick-headed. He's just a little bit stubborn. I just had to finally make my point clear, and I think from now on, Dutch Mantell will stay out of my business. That's
there we
all
go.
I'm asking. All I want is for people to leave me alone, let me do what I do best, and that's win titles and beat people. And without any outside interference, I'll beat the Soul Taker, I'll get the World Heavyweight Championship belt back, and then, Dutch, I'll give you a shot at it. Don't worry about it, brother. It can all be worked out.
There we go. See? Man, that was a fantastic promo, though. I love that back and forth.
Well, we got three folks in the ring right now. We've got the Kelly brothers, Bobby and Donnie, and also Tim Hall. Handicap match coming up here.
Oh, boy.
3 against 1.
3 against 1.
Soul Taker, the World Unified Champion.
Those are the kind of odds Grace Thorpe likes. Sorry, ATF. Did I make it an hour without talking about her?
Well, those aren't my words. That's the words of his manager, Meet the Rat, Nathaniel Whitlock, the appointed manager by Larry Sharp.
The Soul Taker is going to annihilate Jerry Lawler.
Jerry Lawler.
That remains to be seen. Better pay attention to the business at hand here. He's got 3 people.
Oh my
he's got
God,
to
a
be here
3
today.
on 1?
The word annihilate for these rednecks out here. Define the word.
I don't think I have to define the word for him. I think everybody knows what annihilate means. But
I bet you agree with me, Dave.
boy, talk about twisted logic. A big slam on Donnie Kelly. Bobby Kelly now down on the mat. Tim Hall back up on his feet. Soul Taker backs him into the corner. Bobby Kelly from behind. Soul Taker with a big broad sweep of the forearm knocks him down. Tim Hall dropped on top of him. Donnie Kelly knocked down. Now the Soul Taker presses a cover on 2 of them. Count is 2. This one's over. Wow, a minute 14 seconds, 3 against 1.
Yeah, they always got to stay one at a time. They got to take turns.
World Unified Champion.
Oh, look at this suit jacket. Can you imagine? That's immediate heat wearing something like that. Oh, my God.
A non-title handicap match demonstrating some of that power that he has, though, in the
What an
stride.
outfit.
About 6'9" is how big this guy comes in. Nathaniel Whitlock is manager
Jerry
with
Lawler.
the World Unified belt over his shoulder. Ushers him out of the ring area here.
Soul Taker won the
Kelly
4-way,
trying to help
true.
Tim Hall and Bobby Kelly out of the ring.
I got to get a drink. I'll be right back.
To get out of the action. Here come Chris Champion and Mike Davis right now. Mike, of course, the Rock and Roll RPM. Chris, a lot of the crowd been asking me, and I'm wondering too. I think we all are.
I want to ask you, have you seen Ronnie Gosset?
That's what I was going to ask. Where is Ronnie P. Gosset?
I'm going to tell you where Ronnie P. Gosset is. Before I'm going to tell you, my brother called me from my mother's house. He's down there visiting her. My mother told my brother that she hadn't received any of the letters that we've sent her, or any of the money that we sent half our check to our mother so she can help along, pay bills and stuff.
Talking about Mark, right?
Yeah, my brother.
Oh, my God. Maniac
So I went to
Mike.
Ronnie,
This,
looked at him in the
what's
eye,
he?
And asked him, Ronnie,
He looks like he's a genie or something. What a strange look.
what about it? Where's the money? Where's the cards, letters we've been sending? He looked at me in the eye, and he said, Chris, your mother's a liar. And that's why Ronnie Gosset isn't here right now, because he's laying in a hospital bed. Because if you
Oh,
don't
listen to
mess
the
with my
crowd.
brother, Ronnie Gosset, you mess with
What a
my
bunch of
brother.
jerks.
You want to mess with me, that's fine, but you don't mess with my mother. Nobody messes with my mother, so I am through with Ronnie Gosset and his kind.
He's like, listen, I'm through with Jedi Rich. He won't moderate me. He won't allow me to save this chat.
Because you do not mess with my mother or my kind. I'm done with it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I happen to think a lot of Ronnie Gosset. And you ought to be down on your knees kissing his shoes for everything he's done for you, Chris Champion, because you were a big nothing without Ronnie Gosset. And if Ronnie Gosset said your mother's a liar, your mother is a liar. And what I don't think I ought to have anything to do with you. I don't think I ought to be your partner. And what
You got to be kidding me. They're going to turn both of the Satanists babyface.
I'm going to do is get in that ring right now and
Gay
show
Carney.
you a lesson in humility.
It's a really strange entire look here for Maniac Mike. One of my all-time favorites.
Rolling into the ring. Chris Champion not backing up from him.
Will the Rock and Roll RPMs be in the Fusion Studios Hall of Fame class of 2026?
Champion with a great drop kick. And another one, and Mike Davis hits the mat. Up on his feet, Chris Champion rolls him down there. Champion sets the high kick, and Mike Davis out of the ring. Mike Davis challenge Chris Champion, and now Davis says,
Did you see that old man? He's like, I'm not even going to look at the ring.
and Mike Davis out of the ring. Mike Davis challenge Chris
This guy's just like, fuck it, dude.
Champion, and now Davis says, I've had enough. He's leaving. Count of 10. That's it. This match is over. Chris Champion.
His
has
channel
the
is
victory, and
Electro
we'll have
Ducks
an unscheduled
Wrestling
match.
Docs.
Supposedly
Ducks
his partner,
Docs.
Mike Davis.
I said it before, Dave Brown. I've had it with Ronnie Gosset and any of his kind or anybody that has anything to do with him. If you do, you deal with me.
If you're in Ronnie P. Gosset's Discord, you're banned. On site. Period. I don't care what you're saying in there. You're banned.
Former partner, I suppose, Mike Davis, and a challenge for Ronnie P. Gosset. We'll be back.
Man, Maniac Mike. Brutal.
Wednesday night, the CWA Evansville Coliseum. Listen to this card. Axel Riggins, Frankie Lancaster against the New York Brawler and Kevin Dillinger. Superstar Bill
Who's
Dundee.
Axel
Battle of
Riggins?
Newcomer Hoss Deaton. Wildside Chris Champion gets his shot at RPM Mike Davis. The Battle of the Mask. There must be a winner. Loser will unmask in the middle of the ring as Freddy takes on the Imposter Freddy.
Oh,
Loser will
wow.
unmask in the ring. World
Freddy versus Freddy. Mask versus Mask. Wow.
Unified Heavyweight Championship on the line. Soul Taker puts the belt up against the Rock and Roll Express's own Ricky Morton. Then the Battle of the Dirties. The whips will be on the poles in either corner. Dirty Dutch Mantell will have Shoe Baby up on a pole in his corner. The Cat of Nine Tails and the Dirty White Boy in the other. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. Tremendous action, Dutch. You got your work cut out.
Evansville, Indiana, my favorite town in all of the Hoosier State. There's going to be a big rock falling in Evansville Wednesday night. And
He
Boy, I'm
shits
talking
on it
about
on
you,
his
'cause I don't take
podcast and
kindly
says it was
to
like a
getting hit
town he
with
didn't
Cat of
like
Nine
working.
Tails because there's no match for Shoe Baby. Shoe Baby will stop a 1,200-pound bull, and I think it'll stop a 230-pound wrestler dead in his tracks. Wednesday night's going to be a big night. We're going to find out who Freddy, the imposter is, or Freddy. We're going to see.
I like how Dutch does that sometimes. Lawler will do it too, where he'll talk about his thing, but then he'll also put over and be like, man, you know, I've got a match I've got to think about, but you know what other match I'm thinking about? Freddy versus Imposter Freddy. Who's going to lose their mask?
We're going to see his face. We're going to see if the Soul Taker can hang on to that world title.
Oh, imagine
And,
Bruno
White Boy,
calling that
I'm going to
match.
take you and I'm going to strap you. And White Girl, if you get in the way, you're going to get a dose of it too Wednesday night in Evansville.
Wildside
Look,
Chris Champion
why are
and the
you
Rock and Roll
talking to
Express's
King
Rick
Lee?
Morton
He's
had
not
these
even in
words
the
for
chat.
Championship Wrestling.
All right, Evansville, believe it or not, baby, because I'm going to shock the wrestling world. I'm going to shock Jerry Lawler. I'm going to shock Dutch Mantell because I'm going to be the new world heavyweight champion.
You got this.
No Soul Taker, baby. You are bad to the bone.
The thing
But
about
you
Ricky
hadn't met
Morton
with
is
me
he
yet,
never did
brother.
any
I wanna
drugs,
show you
right,
what
ATF
quickness can
Media?
do. And I want to say that to Mike Davis. You are going to be shocked too, baby.
That's right, Mike Davis. You just saw
Oh,
exactly what
wow.
happened. You heard what happened to Ronnie Gosset. He's laying horizontal in the hospital. And you, my friend, are going to follow him because nobody calls my mother a liar and lives to brag about it, my friend.
Oh, we hope to have him in the ring, but Kevin Dillinger has stopped by, and no football.
No, she
this
doesn't
week,
like
Kevin,
that.
it's
She's
baseball.
friends with him now.
Cheaters, cheaters, everybody's cheaters. Everybody
She's
here's
gone
cheaters.
back
I
to
could have won that match last
being
week
friends
if I
with
got him to pull
King
my
Lee.
tie. So this week, come out here, Freddy.
Jessica
I
Morton.
got a man to watch my back just to watch my back. And you talking about my baseball glove here? I could have been a great
I
baseball
like how
player.
that's the angle. He called his mother a liar. Oh, it's Rooster Cogburn.
Football player and baseball. Pro style.
Pro style. That's a pro glove. It's a pro ball. I can throw a ball at 112 miles an hour.
Oh, come on.
They wouldn't let me in the minor league because I kept hurting the pitcher. Bam! Knock him out. Boom! He's Rooster.
All right, so you.
That's my first love today right here. Who's this in the ring?
That's Axel Riggins and Frankie the Thumper Lancaster.
I tried, Luna. You know how F-Wood is.
I'm
He
climbing
doesn't
the ring.
care
I'm
about
climbing
people's
the
feelings.
ladder right today.
Ladder of success starts today.
Ladder of success starts today, boys. Sex is possible again. Remember that from Love Left Me Forever? How uplifting.
Great football players of all time, recruited by UCLA, University of Tennessee, Alabama, Notre Dame. But turned him down because his first love is wrestling. And
This is a pro glove. This is a pro ball.
That we pointed out, but he has not won a match since he's been in the CWA. Kevin Dillinger with Rooster Cogburn as his partner here today, going against the team of Frankie the Thumper Lancaster, returning to the CWA. And our first look here today on TV.
Axel Riggins.
That's Axel Riggins, his partner. Riggins and Lancaster, fine looking team. Lancaster, we know can wrestle. We've seen him before.
Why do they always do that?
Kevin Dillinger
He almost
says
fell using that chair to
today
get in the
we're
ring.
gonna
No,
get
no,
victory.
come on.
We're going to start climbing the ladder of success. in the
He looks
CWA.
better than the Red Rooster.
Whoa. Still a ways away from the ladder, looks like. As Riggins, looking mighty good, moving around that ring. Has the
Don't
advantage,
get
and
Luna going
Kevin
again.
Dillinger. He twists up on that left arm, over to the corner. Frankie
You're upsetting
Lancaster,
her.
the Thumper out of Tampa, Florida in here. Riggins wrestles out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
In
Frankie out of
1992,
Tampa.
I was...
Kevin Dillinger got it going. Frankie Lancaster.
Oh, man. I would love to cover that, but I'll never remember all that intro.
Dillinger hit hard on the upper part of his back.
I was overcome by feelings and
And
emotions.
Lancaster really had him high in the air.
The representation of those emotions is this song. A ghost walked by today.
The crowd loved it. Both winners not happy at all. Winners out here in the corner, a Rooster and Kevin. Dillinger turned over again.
It's Me is now coming to defend, has done a run-in to help King Lee.
Look at Riggins, just flipping to get it untwisted and then put
It's
the
Me
double
is like
twist on the
is an
left arm.
opportunist like Randy Orton. He saw the opportunity to RKO F-Wood when he was otherwise occupied.
Rooster Cogburn jumps in and breaks it up before the count of three. Riggins with another good move. And Kevin Dillinger is on the mat. And both winners screaming over in the corner. He pulled his start. That's what Dillinger claims happened last week. That's not the case, but that's what he claims anyway. As Dillinger is 0 for lifetime in the CWA.
Oh, for lifetime. Wow.
Lancaster, Axel Riggins with a double
Stay
upper
out of
arm.
my
Riggins
business.
out. Lancaster with a cover and a count of 1.5 before Rooster Cogburn again jumps in there to break it up.
Did you see that? He's even doing the strut.
Rooster Cogburn again jumps in there to break for a count of 1.5.
Why didn't Rooster
before
Cogburn get a
Cogburn
push?
again jumps in there to break it up. Rooster celebrating with Boss Winner on their success. As Rooster was in fact successful in preventing Kevin Dillinger from being pinned. There's a cover count of 2. Only a 2 count though. Dillinger able to break out as Brewster was on the way in to help out again.
What do you mean he's in the karaoke? He's your karaoke partner again.
So far in his attempt to begin climbing the ladder of success. Brewster Cogburn, let's see what kind of luck he has against tough Frankie Lancaster and his partner Axel Riggins.
We've really put my booking in a tight spot here.
Now Dillinger comes wandering in. All four of them in the ring right now. Got them all going in the tag team action. Riggins working on Kevin Dillinger. Oh, Dillinger tries to reverse it. Riggins powers out of the corner. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Dillinger.
Axel Riggins beat him again.
By Axel Riggins.
This poor guy.
Look out, here's Mike Davis in here, nailing Lancaster and Riggins from behind. Mike Davis interfering. And now
The Rooster Strut.
Rooster Cogburn and Mike Davis.
You can sing karaoke or you cannot sing karaoke.
Lancaster grabs a chair. That'll even things up a little bit as he heads back into the ring. And there go Mike Davis, Boss winner Kevin Dillinger, and Rooster Cogburn, and the ladder of success again has eluded would-be baseball superstar Kevin Dillinger. Lancaster and Riggins, a good victory here today. We'll be back with more of CWA action.
You can, okay.
We had here today, boy, we had some good action, including this match with Frankie the Thumper Lancaster and Axel Riggins, his partner, defeating the team of Rooster Cogburn and Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger, by the way, still old for lifetime, and the CWA hasn't won a match.
Well, he's really got to rub it in.
Lancaster and Riggins left the ring.
Jeez.
The reception they got from the
I think they
fans,
did that to Tony Falk too, probably part of the storyline, but I think it's funny. Oh, for lifetime.
Well, the youngsters wanted to shake their hands, and they took time to do that. And then just before they made their exit back to the dressing area, they turned and thanked the fans for their support. I thought,
thank you
nice
for your
gesture on their
support.
part, and it's good to have them here as a tag team in the CWA. I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more from them in the weeks to come. Dutch Mantell, boy, I tell you, he was in here today against Keith Eric. We have said
Great
it many
match
times
from
over,
Dutch, great
recent
promo
years,
from
and that is
Dutch.
that Keith Eric doesn't have a great one-loss record, but boy, he has gone against some of the
F-Wood
toughest
seething.
wrestlers anywhere in the world, and he has held his own many, many times. Well, he held his own here today. Dutch Mantell, the favorite going in, and did, in fact, win the match. But Keith Eric gave him quite a battle for a little over 5 minutes before the Dutchman got the victory. Dirty White Boy over T.D. Steele. No real problem for Dirty White Boy in this one. T.D. Steele was just outmatched and outsized by the Dirty White Boy. And, of course, you add Dirty White Girl and that cat of nine tails in the corner. She got involved, too, as Steele was thrown out of the ring at one point. So you put all that together, Dirty White Boy in a non-title match with a victory. He is still the CWA heavyweight champion, by the way. Soul Taker in a handicap match. He had gone in handicap matches before, 2 against 1 here on TV, but today it was 3 against 1. Well, we have said how impressive this guy is, how huge he is at 6'9", and he is just tremendous.
Are they talking about Soul Taker?
3 of them.
He's varied from 6'7" to 6'9" over the course of just this program.
Today, you had the Kelly brothers, Bobby and Don. Neither of them are small. Don especially has a good size. Tim Hall also was their partner, but the 3 of them were no match for the big, powerful Soul Taker out of that New Jersey monster factory of Larry Sharp. Then, he, by the way, still has the World Unified title. Chris Champion in a quickly scheduled match as Mike Davis, who was to have been his partner today, challenged him when Champion was putting down Ronnie P. Gosset, ended up with Champion getting the victory. Then Lancaster and Riggins got the win over Rooster Cogburn and Kevin Dillinger, as Dillinger is still winning.
Let's see if I have any
I tell you what, it was a good day. We
endless summer
next week.
updates.
We'll be expecting to see you right there beside the television set, too. Until then, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
Clean F-Wood. Can't you just focus on the positives for a change? We don't like negativity or toxicity in this chat. Oh man, have you guys seen this picture of Jedi Rich? Take a look at this picture of Jedi Rich that he posted. what a great picture of Jedi Rich. It was his birthday yesterday. He took home the big win over Kev Dog to celebrate. Ginseng poaching. Well, I get really confused over when one episode is ending and the next one is beginning. That's like, Rich looks like he's getting ready to go on like a day, like a, you know, the people who like you go out on a boat and then you like day drink and eat some cheese.
Against the thumper, Frankie Lancaster. That'll get us going today.
Oh, can we see some dolphins? Jedi Joy would like to see the dolphins.
We'll be telling you more about the situation in which Lawler regained the unified world title and more words about that rather stunning incident that happened afterwards. Superstar.
How do you think Jedi Rich is going to fare up against Aphrodite Rose Starfire in the second round? That's a rough one.
And Mike Davis. We got a bunch to go.
Tough,
Let's get it underway.
tough
We'll see you back here in
contest.
just a moment. The thumper, Frankie Lancaster.
I just don't like Frankie Lancaster. Like, it's nothing against him or anything. I don't think he's a bad wrestler or anything, but I just don't care to see him.
First it was football, world's greatest football player, then the world's greatest baseball player.
I'm the world's greatest
Let me
bowler.
guess, you're also a great bowler.
Yes, sir, and I'm a happy man. I got two things to be happy for.
All right, what are they?
I just bowled my 12th perfect game of 301, and today I'm going to win my first match.
Yeah, Kevin Murray. I think it's the combination of the AWA and the world class belt.
Match on TV.
Wait a minute.
In theory, you know.
How did you bowl 301?
You think anybody bowl 300 and lose?
Come on. Boss winner.
I can turn it up a little bit. I think it's got. Is that any better?
I'm a little late, but I've been watching this young man for a couple of weeks, and I just wanted to come out here and tell you, brother, you're going to be a champion. But you need one thing. You need one thing. You need the old boss by your side to take care of these people like Calhoun
Old
that'll
boss.
steal a match from you, man. You need the old boss. With me by your side, the world championship will be ours, baby. Take me and we'll win it all. Tell him, Dave, the greatest manager in professional wrestling.
You're telling him, boss. I'm not getting into this.
Talk about this.
Put the bowling ball down. Let's take this chump
Rich
out.
versus
Start our
Aphrodite is
rise to the
tough.
top. Let's
So
go.
you're going to stay in his corner this time, even though you're not officially hired, right?
Officially the new manager of Mr. Dillinger.
All right. Well, the teaming of Boss Winter and Kevin Dillinger. And again, Kevin is winless. He has not won since he's been in the CWA. Every week he comes out here talking about what a great athlete he is. Bowl 301.
He stole what gimmick?
12 games, he said.
The gimmick of the guy that loses all of his
Boss
matches?
Winter in the
Oh,
corner
of being
with
like the best at every sport, yeah.
I
Throwing
almost
himself a
hesitate
touchdown.
to point out Boss Winter's record as a manager. It's not much better than Kevin's as a wrestler. But they're together. Boss Winter in the corner of Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger moving Frankie Lancaster. Lancaster a favorite. Boss says working already.
I'm telling you, Dave, with me by this young man's side, there's no telling where we may go. No telling.
Well, I guess that's true.
What
boss.
month and year is this?
Let's just see what happens.
Hang on.
Frankie Lancaster, whoa, fired.
We're getting into late 89.
Nice move coming off of there. Look at the reversal as Frankie Lancaster. Goodness. Lancaster move or not, huh? Kevin Dillinger had himself set.
This is November
Gaining
18th,
the advantage.
1989.
Then Frankie Lancaster put
Which
him
means we're
down
gonna-
the mat. Boss Winter over in his
We're gonna be
corner.
in a
Not being
situation
much help so
soon.
far. Kevin back into action against Frankie Lancaster. Lancaster out of Tampa, Florida. I think most of you are familiar with it.
Yes, balls.
Off the ropes. Kevin Dillinger puts him on the mat. This time, Lancaster lets him go by a couple of times. And then grabs that arm and rolls him right down to the mat. Dillinger stunned again, he thought the momentum was in his favor.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. Now Boss Winters with a couple of words of advice to winless Kevin Dillinger.
Jedi Rich, yeah, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Situation, yeah, because this is the last year for CWA. We started in 1986, so we went through 86, 87, 88. We're almost done with 89, and then CWA closes and becomes USWA. But we're debating whether we're going to move forward in time and just pick up USWA, or if we're going to go back in time to like 79 or 78. I think there might be some 78 stuff on YouTube, and watch like from as far back as we can and then catch up to 86 and then decide if we want to. This is a weird channel. We like to rewatch stuff, so we might just go back and, you know, when we catch up to 86, just keep watching like normal and then get to USWA eventually. I don't know.
Lancaster grabs that left arm, puts the twist on it, and bends the hand back toward Dillinger. Kevin, not in a good position to take an advantage here. You see that open hand. He is thinking.
Yeah, 1989.
Lancaster going to try to throw him, but Dillinger sets. Whoa! He's going to try what Lancaster did. Look at this. Frankie around behind, atomic knee drop. Mr. Dillinger simply finds himself flying through the air. Frankie Lancaster has Dillinger on the mat, and it's Lancaster's advantage. Dillinger now back up on his feet.
Cost you about $1,200.
Dillinger sits down across the back of the neck of Frankie
Costs us
Lancaster.
so much
That's
more.
exactly what I'm talking about, Dave. The guy has got flashes of brilliance. With
Can't put a
Levi's
price on
size,
it.
Hey, there's no telling. Lawler can watch out. He can look out. It's all over.
Flashes of brilliance. Pretty well put there, boss. The flashes don't last very long, though.
Maybe the groundhogs can deliver his mail now, yeah?
The words from Boss Winter about his new protege here, Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger.
True. We rewatch a lot of stuff.
Down upper arm, and here comes Frankie Lancaster battling back out of the corner. Dillinger reverses him into the turnbuckles. Lancaster steps over and nails him with a big forearm. Dillinger.
Man, Frankie Lancaster, come on.
Snaps him back.
Please be done.
Two, and Kevin Dillinger.
Like, I just don't think this guy's ever going to really...
Even under the
I mean, they're cheering him here, but he's never going to be a...
Kevin Dillinger is unable
A
to
player,
get that
you know.
first victory. Boss, what happened?
With a handful of hair for the stick. That's what I'm talking about. He needs me to protect him from the thieves like Calhoun.
Now, we didn't see it that way quite, boss. I
Yeah, why
gotta
don't you go
tell
out there and
looked to
glad
me like
hand with
Frankie
everybody,
Lancaster
Thumper.
did what he does best, and that is put those great wrestling moves on him to take the victory. Dillinger sitting in the ring.
Oh, did you see
takes the
that?
victory. Dillinger sitting in the ring.
Wow, Frankie letting it be known.
Dillinger sitting in the ring. Most unhappy. He has lost again. And even though he may be great at bowling, might want to hang on to that bowling ball, Kevin. Looks like maybe that is your sport. Boss still complaining that
Thumper the pervert.
had a handful of hairs. We said we didn't see it that way. It looked to me like it was just straight 1, 2, 3 right there in the middle of the ring as Frankie the Thumper Lancaster got the victory over Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger still waiting to climb the ladder. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment.
We're really getting our money's worth out of the slow motion feature.
Michael St. John for CWA
I think I'm finally dialed in on it.
It's Thanksgiving Mega Wars, and what a card it's been signed. Opening up tag action, Todd Morton and Freddy against the New York Brawler and Kevin Dillinger. No time limit, no disqualification.
Look at that rope exit.
Chris Champion looks to get even against RPM Mike Davis.
Boom.
Frankie the Thumper Lancaster in action against the rugged
I'm watching
Soul
the
Taker.
replay
A
of
CWA
the end of the
Heavyweight
match.
Championship match. Superstar Bill Dundee gets his shot in Evansville at the belt, held by the Dirty White Boy, Dirty White Girl in his
Ooh,
corner.
nice.
The
Dundee
main event.
versus the
You
White
fans
Boy.
want to see it? The CWA has signed it for
So-called
Evansville
White Boy.
Wednesday night. Jerry the King Lawler will take on Dutch Mantell. Wild side Chris Champion up against Mike Davis on the card in Evansville.
Mike Davis, let me refresh your memory a little bit. Ronnie Gosset called my mother a liar, and he's laying in a hospital bed horizontal. That's where he's going to be for a while. Mike Davis, you call my mother a liar, and you ain't going to get away with it because I'm not fighting for money. I'm not fighting
We're
for
still
time.
on this
I'm
whole
fighting
thing?
for my family, and I'm going to teach you respect and a lesson of humility you're never going to forget.
The CWA heavyweight title on the line. Dirty White Boy defends against
Oh,
Bill
yeah, look at
Superstar
him
Dundee.
having to
That's
pan
right,
the
brother. Let me
camera
tell you something.
down. Oh, Bill Dundee.
400 Court Street. I'm
Brutal.
humility you're never going to forget.
The CWA heavyweight title on the line. Dirty White Boy.
I saw that. I scanned through it earlier on the I did during the stream, but I did it on my phone, and I saw her showing the pizza to the camera.
defends against Bill Superstar Dundee.
That's right, brother. Let me tell you something. 400 Court Street, I'm going to give you a wrestling lesson, brother. That's right. It'll start off wrestling. If you want to turn it into a fight, that's fine, too, because I don't mind doing that. You got something I won't. And let me tell you something, little missy. If you behave like a lady, you will be treated as such. But if you jump up on the apron, try to help that idiot boyfriend of yours or whatever he is, I'm going to knock your lights out. Because Dirty White Boy, you...
But why is Bill Dundee always threatening to hit women? He used to always threaten to beat up Sylvia, too.
Something I won't. I'd like the whatever he is, you will be treated as such. But if you jump up on the apron, try to help that idiot boyfriend of yours or whatever he is, I'm going to knock your lights out. Because, Dirty White Boy, you have something I won't. I'd like to wrestle a heavyweight champion, whether it be Jerry Lawler or Dutch Mantell. It don't matter, because this is what it's all about.
Ooh, White
It's
Lion
belt and money,
reference,
and that's
nice.
what we're wanting, brother. And I need your belt. So if it starts off wrestling, that's fine. If it ends up in a fight, that's fine. I'm just going to...
Was there a White Lion reference earlier,
like I
too,
told you,
or no?
lady, behave like one, and you'll get treated like one. Jump up on the apron, and I'll punch your lights out.
Thanksgiving Mega
He's gonna
Wars
punch
Wednesday
out the
night,
dirty
Evansville
white girl.
Coliseum, and of course the main event, Dutch Mantell against Jerry
Methadone
the
likes
King
that.
Lawler.
She said
We'll
she
see you in
likes to be
Evansville
punched in
Wednesday
the
night.
face while she's getting folded.
Well, we're back here again, and we're joined by the
The
Brawler
New York
and,
Brawler.
Mike Davis,
And this
Rock and Roll
another
RPM.
terrible
Isn't that
outfit
something, Dave
for...
Brown? There comes a time in every man's life when you just get so fed up with something or somebody. Chris, champion, brother, you have got an attitude problem that nobody can surpass. You know, you turned your back on so many people that cared about you,
So many people that
loved
cared
so
about
many
you.
people that worked hard to make you a superstar. And I'm talking about the fat man. And what do? You beat the fat man up. You put the fat man in the hospital. Well, you know something, Chris Champion? You had picked me off so bad, brother. I hate your guts. You come out with your big, bad super kick. You think you're so daggum better than everybody else. Well, you're not messing with a fat man now. You are messing with a bona fide...
I don't know why he dyed his
man in
eyebrows.
Mike Davis.
I
And
thought
I'm
he
gonna tell you
looked
something.
more unhinged when he had that. Remember last time he was in with Tommy Lane and he had like the kind of rust-colored hair? I thought that almost looked even crazier.
Champion, before it's all said and done, with the
In a
smoke
positive
clear,
way. The eyebrows,
you
I feel like,
got
are
a super
distracting.
kick. One more human being in the entire world. Because I want to tell you something, champion. This is personal.
Luna, would you consider going out on a date with Maniac Mike from the original rock and roll tag team? Maniac Mike, Tommy Lane, the rock and roll RPMs. What do you think, Luna Star? Smash or pass, Maniac Mike?
Between me and you, I do not like you. I do not like what you stand for. You want these idiots to get behind you, to back you up. That's fine. Because, Mr. Champion, you are looking at a man who has held more belts than anybody in the country and has hurt more people and put more people in the hospital than you've ever seen.
a champion before it's all over.
Woo, Luna Star, wow. Whoa, smash, absolute, wow. I mean, absolute pandemonium breaking out.
Right next to the fat man, begging him to take you back.
What a great answer.
Well, the words from Mike Davis. He has
Finally.
with the New York Brawler right now.
The first smash in Fusion Studios history, smasher pass.
And Davis, boy, he is steamed. He's upset with Chris Champion. And in situations like this, we've seen two things happen. We've seen guys like Davis take it out on the opponents today. And we've also seen him.
Uh-oh, TD Steele in the ring. Tremendous collegiate background. See? Maniac Mike's got to be careful because we can tell from that outfit he has on that TD Steele has a tremendous amateur background.
Tennessee, his partner also out of Memphis, Tim Hall.
Man, Luna Star.
Rock and roll RPM's Mike Davis.
Cheeks clapped by Maniac Mike.
All in the other one as Mike Davis steps out of the ring. Oh, the Brawler finds himself on the mat too as TD Steele took him down. You know, one thing Davis failed to mention was why Chris Champion
Luna really standing
was so
10
upset with Gosset to
toes
begin
on
with,
business.
when he found out that Gosset was not
Immediate
sending money to his
smash.
mother that he is supposed to have been. Davis took up for Gosset.
Vinny Slugga has passed on
Champion
like
went after him with a super
100
kick.
people at this point.
TD Steele bounces back on his feet.
The only people that Vinny Slugga has shown any interest in, and he still didn't say he would smash them, was Lalo. And then he said he would like to speak off stream to Menard Reports.
Calling him over there. Mike Davis takes the tag, and he steps back in the ring. Steele has looked mighty good so far. A little more than a minute into the action. 10 minutes the overall time limit on this match. Oh, a big rolling body
TD
slam
Steele
by
really
TD
getting over
Steele on
strong
Mike
here.
Davis. Davis holding his back, but back up on his feet.
Fourth row crew loving this shit.
Oh, Davis, hey,
Oh, he don't want no more of TD Steele.
That's enough of you. Here comes Tim Hall. Tim, young referee, put on some weight. But still, as far as experience
Was
goes,
it
no
was it
match for
Boy
veteran
Tony
Mike
that
Davis.
Maniac Mike went after? I can't
Right,
imagine it
looks
would be
like a
because
good
they're
move
both
for Tim
heels.
Hall.
He had a really crazy promo on one guy and called him an F slur.
There's a mistake a youngster will make. Let's fire it in there too quickly. Mike Davis just brought that boot up and nailed him in the top of the head.
Ah, finally the New York Brawler tags in.
Between the Brawler, Mike Davis. Davis heads out of the ring. The New York Brawler goes to work on Tim Hall. Tim, body slam. Brawler drops
Wait
down
a second.
onto
I
the
thought
upper
you
arm,
said
tags
last
Mike
time it was
Davis.
4,997. Then I repeated those statistics on 6 different podcasts. I hope you didn't give me bad information.
A devastating move as the guy is just
I've been going on podcasts
podcasts
saying that I'm writing a biography of TD Steele, the Memphis
2
wrestler.
minutes, 35 seconds into the action. Tim Hall, victim of a clothesline again. as the New York
Victim of a
Brawler
clothesline. I love that shit. Victim of a clothesline.
Now the Brawler and Mike Davis have things going their way.
Boom!
Side kick by Mike
Now, see, this is where Mike likes to come in at. He likes to come in once it's been softened up a little
Davis.
bit.
All the way to the courthouse.
Come in and seal the deal.
Now Davis holds him up. The New York Brawler is back in.
He was in there for like 30 seconds. Come on, bro.
Tim Hall, backbreaker across the right knee. The Brawler with a cover.
It's sad that Chuck Norris passed away.
Had a 2 count. Could he have held him for
I
3?
mean,
don't
yeah,
know. Probably
he
so.
lived a good life, though. Wealthy, lived to old age, famous.
Elected to try to hurt him instead. Davis grabbed him by the hair,
He had a good run.
ran his head into the turnbuckle. Boy, Tim Hall.
He was in that movie Sidekicks, remember?
Davis and the New York Brawler running wild here.
God needed a bodyguard.
Since they got Tim Hall in there, Tim
He
started
got
out
docked
just fine, but
30
Davis,
years
young
later.
wrestler,
on the PWI 5,000. Is it 5,000? No way.
There's a count of 2. And once again, the New York Brawler picks him
I
up.
didn't question it at first. And I was thinking, like, Jesus Christ, 5,000 wrestlers?
They have kept him in there a long, long time. He's been in there about 3 minutes. And they have just pretty well been beaten
He
up.
refuses to fart on his left elbow pad. This run from Maniac Mike is not his best work.
Mike Davis leaves him for the New York Brawler.
I think it's just how terrible the outfits are. He should return to like the crazy neon animal print pants. Ooh, DDT.
1, 2, and 3.
There we go.
There wasn't much doubt but that one wrapped it up. If Davis went for the count at 3.
I listened to Jim Cornette read out the, like, I don't remember what it was, the tag team one, remember? I did that on stream, and I thought I was going to have, like, a complete mental breakdown over how ridiculous it was.
It's the Rock and Roll RPM, who again is very steamed, mostly at Chris Champion here today. Yeah, yelling, that's what Chris Champion.
There was some tag team called, like, something, Momo Banana or something like that.
We will take a break. Remember, we're still going to find out about the King and his regaining the belt later today.
I'm a big fan of Maniac Mike, but I prefer him in the tag team. Or, like, they're not really going to book him. There's so many strong people in the territory right now, so he's kind of, like, playing a chicken shit heel. Like, I don't really like him in that role. I like him as, like, the bruiser, like, bully type of heel.
Michael St. John for CWA
He was on Counting
Championship
Cars.
Wrestling. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. It's Thanksgiving Mega Wars. Listen to the lineup. Tag action, Todd Morton and Freddy battle the New York Brawler and Kevin Dillinger. And a no time limit, no disqualification grudge match. Wild side Chris Champion with a score to settle. He'll get his shot against RPM Mike Davis. Frankie, the Thumper Lancaster, in action against the Soul Taker, a wrestler that's been running roughshod throughout the area of the CWA.
He has been running roughshod,
Unified Heavyweight Champion. A CWA Heavyweight Championship match. Superstar Bill Dundee gets his shot at the belt, held by the Dirty White Boy.
Bang,
Dirty
Momo
White
Banana
Girl
or
will be in his corner. And the main
like
event,
that.
the CWA has demanded it take place. You fans will get to see Jerry the King Lawler in action against Dutch Mantell Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. It's Thanksgiving Mega Wars. This great card of action, including
Wasn't there one too that was just a color?
We'll see you Wednesday night in
I can't remember what it was, but it was a really pretentious color
Lawler a couple
too.
of times and had won the World Unified title from the King. But the King stepped back into the ring. It was in a cage. It was Soul Taker against Jerry Lawler. And here's what happened in the World Unified title match.
Control and domination over the Soul Taker. The Soul Taker furious in rage. Just tearing into Lawler like a house on fire. The Soul Taker puts Lawler down again. I've never seen it like this before. The Soul Taker just headbutted Lawler.
I like this outfit from Lawler, the Halloween one.
Lawler trying to get back up. The Soul Taker gone absolutely mad in here. Lawler comes down with that strap, says he's had enough, sends the big man down on the canvas. The King fired up and ready for the Soul Taker.
I remember the color team. It was magenta, I think.
Lawler
The team of magenta.
down on the canvas. Picking the big man up. Big right. Just levels the man. Lawler
Man, a
again
cage
picking
match.
The Soul Taker up. Sends another big right in. This time, to the surprise of the King, does not put the big man down. The Soul Taker over there in the turnbuckle, choking Lawler as Calhoun trying to get the Soul Taker off of him.
Ooh.
Calhoun down to the canvas. The Soul Taker calling for Nate the Rat to come into the ring with that.
Get in here, Nate the Rat.
Nathaniel Woodlock now climbing up onto the top rope. As Lawler,
Oh, a reversal of fortune there.
The Soul Taker roll over the pin.
Oh my gosh.
Regains the unified world heavyweight title.
Well, at least he got a run with it.
Jerry the King Lawler just defeated the Soul Taker and Nathaniel Woodlock for the
Took the ref's soul.
heavyweight title. The Soul Taker, furious, jumps Lawler. That's the Dirty White Boy coming in here.
Oh boy.
Dirty White Boy now in there on Lawler, along with the Soul Taker.
Well, and Lawler has turned on his closest ally, Dutch Mantell.
Lawler comes out victorious over the Soul Taker. Again, regaining the unified world heavyweight title. Dutch Mantell.
Yeah, look, Dutch is going to be the bigger man and come help him.
Jumps the Soul Taker and the Dirty White Boy.
Oh, man. Oh,
Mantell down to the
poor
canvas.
Dutch.
Dirty White Boy in there with that cane now, working over Mantell. As Lawler leaves the ring.
I feel like this is the atmosphere during the final moments of the King TL Tony Yeoman showdown.
The White Boy dropping a big leg right on top of Mantell as Lawler just took the belt off the table and left the ring area. And Frankie Lancaster and Chris Champion coming in here.
Oh, pile driver.
Well, you saw Lawler just leave the cage and the entire wrestling area as Dutch was in trouble there. Here comes Dutch right now. Get his comments on the situation.
Street clothes,
which occurred
Dutch.
there as Lawler, remember, did regain the belt. Dutch?
All right, I'm a man out here. I'm looking for some answers today, and I want them face to face, and I want to call Jerry Lawler out right here, right in front of me, and I want an answer to me. I want to answer to these fans why he acted the way he did. Now, I knew he was going after the Soul Taker for the world's title, and he asked me, I know he asked me to stay out of the ring. I stayed out of the ring because there was a cage there, and he said out of his own mouth, he said the cage is not to keep the Soul Taker and myself in, it's to keep Dutch out while I stayed out to the conclusion of that match.
Look.
Now, me and the White Boy, we got some
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
bad blood between us. And I see him coming over here right now, and he's right over there, and he's staggering over here. And I want to ask him, I want him to step right over here. And I'm glad he came out here.
Now we're going to be in for it. Man, this guy has a million
And I want
T-shirts.
him to tell me why he acted the way he did.
Well,
Now, you want to know what, Dutch?
he wants to know why you acted the way you did.
Dave, you're not in this. I want to ask you. You asked me to stay out of the ring, right? And I stayed out of the ring to the conclusion of that match. Now, is that what you meant, or did you mean something else? Stay out of it totally, or what did you mean? You think this is funny or something? You left me to the dogs, brother. I got 'em all.
Evil laugh.
You. And you left me there, and you walked right out of that cage and right around. Why did you do it, Jerry? You know, there's a thing called compassion. I come in, just maybe, I thought you might get up and we might put bygones behind us and you could help me a little bit, but no. You saw fit to walk right out of that cage. You didn't even look back once you stepped out. You didn't care. And you kept going right to the back of that Mid-South Coliseum. Did you or did you not?
You know what? You said the key word there, Dutch Mantell. I didn't care. And I'm going to tell you why I didn't care, Dutch. Because you see, have you ever heard the old story about the guy that was plowing his field there and the mule stopped and the guy gets out and he gets a 2x4 and he hits the mule right in the
Hey, this is
middle
a
of right between
family
the eyes
business,
there.
a
You
mom
ever
and
heard that old
pop
story?
operation,
That's just to get his
ATF.
attention. Well, see, I think that's what it takes to get your attention, because I don't know how many times, I don't know how clear I have to make it.
It's hard to say. I mean, they've had 3 really, this is the 3rd really serious, like, face-to-face that they've had. Started off with Dundee in the mix when he had that lit outfit on, that lit fit. But I don't know. It's Memphis, so you never know. They could take it, like, right up to that edge and then pull it back. You just never know. They could edge us.
I don't know how, if I have to write it down. I don't know if you could read it or not.
They're either going to
But what
edge
I
us
have
or
to
send
do,
us
Dutch,
into the
to get
God
it through
zone.
your thick skull that I don't want your help. I didn't ask for your help. As a matter of fact, I asked you to stay out of my business, and you constantly and continually keep sticking that nose of yours in my business where it don't belong. So you're right. By that time, Dutch, I don't care anymore. I asked... No, that's not all of my answer, Dutch. I got a little more answer to it. All I want to tell you is this. A lot of they see, you hear the fans over here. Now you hear them over there, and they can't understand why you did it, Jerry. No, they do you understand why I did it, don't you? Do they understand? Why don't you turn around and help me? Because, Dutch, where is it written down? Who says that I have to help you?
Nobody says anything. I just thought,
Edge
how
Lord.
long have I known you? 10 years, 12 years, maybe longer. I first met you in Atlanta, Georgia. Remember the time we used to talk about it? I met you on the street. Yeah, that's when I first met you, and then I started wrestling here.
Oh, thank you,
We
Electro
used to ride
Duck,
together
Wrestling
and everything
Docs,
else.
for becoming a member. Thank you, I appreciate that. I forgot that tier 1 of the member thing is that moon, and I completely forgot about that. Every other tier is a stair-stepped Thorpe series of pictures.
I thought some of that would play into what happened, but obviously it didn't. I know you asked me to stay out. Now, you asked me to stay out during the whole match, which I did. I stayed out.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you. Why were you even out there to begin
Oh
with?
yeah, Yanni, I'll try to remember.
Dirty whiteboard to start out with, and they were killing you, Jerry.
Wait. No, Dirty White Boy wasn't even out there. Dirty White Boy was not even out there. I had a match. I had a cage match, and the only reason I had to ask for a cage match, Dutch, was to keep you out of the ring. Now, you know that's true. I came out here and I told everybody.
Why are you acting this way?
I'm not acting anyway, brother.
I can imagine being like, okay, great. Like, oh man, I'm going to go into the members only section and look at the content, and it's me like waiting on a lady at the McDonald's window for 30 seconds to answer me on the speaker.
What's wrong? Nothing wrong with me, Dutch. There's not one thing wrong with me. As you can see, there was something wrong
F-Wood,
with
you
me
are
when I
living
had-
in complete delusion. Literally everything Dutch has done since he got here in late 88 has been pure magic. This babyface feud has been incredible.
this belt around my waist.
You're just mad because Speedball Bailey or whoever your latest flippy guy isn't in this.
That ate you up, didn't it?
It sure did. You know why? Because you were the reason I didn't have it. And you were the man that was trying to make me keep from getting in the back again. And I had to ask for a cage match to keep you out of my match.
Let me say one
And then
thing.
you still come out. You still came out there and you sat right down at ringside. And I'm trying to wrestle a Soul Tiger. And I'm having to think, now what is Dutch Mantell going to do? Is he going to try to climb this cage? Is he going to try to get in here some kind of way? Why were you there, Dutch? Why were you sitting at ringside?
Why'd they go out of business?
Handle the situation with
It's just the nature of the beast. Jarrett saw the writing on the wall and just said that's got to be it. He knew it was time to pull the plug. It was the entire territory system had collapsed by this point.
why I was there, and I did not come in the ring before the count. You beat him in all the
We've
way.
already established that in your own words. You've said that before, pal.
And then you conveniently...
Now you've painted
Let me tell you
yourself
one
into
thing
a
right now.
corner.
See, Lawler, you've been running around the CWA. What, you got a hot date or something?
I
What
learned
do you
that
look like you
argument
want for?
tactic
I
from
want you to
Glenn
make like
Lawrence.
your head and bring this to a point.
Okay, I'm going to bring it to a point. You see, you've been sitting here in Memphis, Tennessee, over there in Germantown.
He's a big
or wherever
Speedball
you got
Mike
that big
Bailey
house.
fan. He's
You've
always
been
talking
sitting on
about
a big high pedestal,
Speedball.
and I've told you once, I've told you 100 times, you've been a very lucky man in professional wrestling. You've been spoon-fed from the bottle. And that's exactly what your problem
Dutch
is.
had been
And
here
when you
for
gotta get
a
out,
decade
and I
or
don't know
more
why
by
you're
this
acting
point. Be serious.
this way toward me, and I'm bringing to a conclusion right now.
He helped build the
Now, that's your
territory.
answer. You didn't care.
My answer is this, Dutch. You're trying to come out here and make
This
all
same
these
guy be
people
like,
and all
oh
these
yeah, if
people-
they would have brought in SD Jones or Tony Gurria, the territory would have really went over the top. This guy, you can't take anything F-Wood says seriously because he thinks SD Jones was like a great money draw and a tremendous in-ring performer.
watching.
I can't even
Believe that
say it
you
with a
and I
straight
are bosom
face.
buddies. And yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You are trying to make everybody think that we're big fans.
outlaw right now.
You're trying to make it appear that you come to my rescue every time I need help. Are you not trying to make it? Are you not trying to say that?
No, I'm trying to get an answer out of you.
I'm giving you my answer.
and getting an answer.
My answer is this, Dutch. I don't need your help. And get this clear.
SD
You and I,
Jones.
sure, we've known each other for a long time. We are acquaintances, Dutch.
What
You
a-
know the
what a
meaning of the word
jobber.
acquaintance? That's different from the word friend. You and I are not friends, Dutch. You're a guy
I wonder
that
who
know,
won the big
okay?
Freddy
And when
match.
it comes down to
Do you think
friends,
we'll find
that's
out?
a whole different story. You're not my friend. You're just my acquaintance. I don't need your help. I don't
Give
want
me a
your help.
break.
Do you understand that? That's as simple as I can make it. And I don't like the way you're looking at me. And if I got to make it any clearer, how about
Oh, the tables have finally turned. After all those months of Dutch slapping everybody, now we get the tables finally turned on him.
Do you understand that real? And I don't like the way you're looking at me. And if I got to make it any clearer, how about
Even at this point, though, this is not a turn. This is not a kick through the window. The crowd is Southern. They get it. Sometimes even if you're best friends with somebody, you got to have a dust up. So I still don't feel like we're at a turn. Unless something happens.
Do you understand that, Dutch? Do you understand that real well? Do you understand it? Do you understand that?
Listen to the crowd. If I'm a Fleetwood Mac fan. Like even now, I still don't think there's a turn. It's just bros working it out. All baby faces out for the pull apart. Eddie Marlin. Oh, Eddie Marlin out from the office. First time we've seen him in 6 months. Where's he been?
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
He's been down at Jarrett Lago, living the good life. This randomly happens to be here today.
Well, the goings on with Dutch and the King. Finally got him out of here during the break. Up in the ring right now.
Oh,
we've
Big
got
O.
Don Kelly and the Big O. And coming in.
Oh,
with
shit.
Nate the Rat as manager, the huge Soul Taker for a handicap match.
Soul Tiger is on a
Handicap
comeback
match
trail.
against the Big O.
Jerry Lawler ought to be arrested for theft by taking. He stole that belt from the Soul Tiger. Everybody saw it on the tape down there. He stole his belt, and they ought to put Jerry Lawler in the jailhouse for stealing it.
Put Jerry Lawler in the jailhouse.
He's going against all takers. Kerry Von Erich, Jerry Lawler, Dutch Mantell, Tracy Smothers. He's going to go off. all the
Tracy
way through.
Smothers?
We can
Haven't
get
seen
that
him in
belt
like
back
6
where it
months.
belongs.
Well, you're not in the number one contender position automatically anymore.
Yeah, I love the promos. The
As
storylines are
Soul
what
Taker
gets
did,
me
fact,
in
lose
Memphis.
The belt. Lawler regained it. Soul Taker in the handicap match here today. Over to work on Don Kelly now.
What in his head make it look like a driveway?
Looked to me like he had him around the throat, too. Comeback trail, says Nate the Rat for the Soul
Do you
Taker.
think in modern times you can even really just start like a small regional promotion and like have success in your little window, but like not grow? You know what I mean? Do you think that's even possible, or do you think you'd get like pressured out of business?
The former World Unified Champion. Soul Taker, whoa.
Soul Tiger is going to do to Jerry Lawler right there. That man is just like Jerry Lawler.
Don Kelly pinned by the Soul Taker after Soul Taker had thrown Big O out. Well, I'll tell you what, since he's coming out here.
Oh, look at Dirty White Girl.
Dirty White Boy, Dirty White Girl out here with Nate the Rat.
Little
and
something
Soul
for the
Taker.
Gooners. Well, get out of the way.
Jerry Lawler, you couldn't beat
Look
me
at
on
Nate
your
the
best
Rat.
day. You gotta rely on tricks to beat me. You use that stupid fire and all these other tricks. Well, I'll tell you something. I'll get back at you. Dutch, I hope you and Jerry kill each other, because I'm gonna kill the winner. I guarantee you that. You got this Tracy Smothers. Who is Tracy Smothers? Some idiot from the
It
South.
just feels like the point of every company nowadays isn't like to find success and make money. It's to like get to the level that you can sell. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like to me.
don't like the South anyway. Tracy Smothers, you got the nerve to challenge the Soul Taker. Well, you bring
Trailer
it up
trad,
there,
yes.
'cause I'm gonna give you the beating of your life. There is no law.
The Soul Taker, I did hear that. Dirty White Boy, you've been challenged by the superstar, Bill Dundee.
Poor little Billy Dundee. How dare him come out here and challenge me, baby? I've worked long and hard for this title, but I tell you what, I'm not like
Hold that
Brawler
mic
or
properly,
either of
Dave
these
Brown.
champions around here. I'm not a closet champion. I put this title up time and time again. Every day, if they wanted to sign the contract, I'll put it on. I beat Dutch Mantell, Terry Von Erich, Lawler. They've lined
Well,
them up.
exactly. Well, I don't think well, I don't know what you mean about being put in with good wrestlers. I mean, these are the people that we're seeing here, in my opinion, are better, certainly better on the mic than modern day wrestlers. And I mean, if you like just the athleticism, I guess, of modern, but like if the matches don't mean anything, like it's harder to, like every once in a while, if you'd have like a dream match or whatever, that makes sense. But I feel like these guys are infinitely better. The best promo guy, like I would take Dirty White Boy over like even Cody Rhodes, like maybe Punk over some of these guys, but I mean not over all of them.
Your best hole, baby. Sit them boots up good and tight and come on after it, because I got something for you, baby.
Well, I tell you what, don't overlook him, by the way, because he is going to
It's
get...
easy to overlook Dundee. He's only
I
about
think I
that
could
big.
sacrifice the in-ring for the storylines and the promos, you know, because I don't even really I'm never thinking during the show like, oh, I hope we could get an hour-long Broadway or like a really whatever. I'm like excited for the promos and the storylines. And then when we were watching UWF, I was kind of like, man, UWF is supposed to be like this crazy promotion, but the promos, some of them are pretty crazy, the Captain Lou ones, but like I wanted more of that. And I think the best UWF for me was that run where half the show was them interviewing different people at the hotel. I feel like that was like the best part of the show. When Colonel De Beers said that Paul Orndorff had HIV.
Hey, before you leave here, I've asked you, please, I'm tired of signing for these certified letters that keep coming to you from this woman from Georgia. If you would please handle that elsewhere. Dirty White.
To get on the board the hoe train.
I told you, I'm just tired of signing for the letters there.
Now, come on, Dirty White
Out
Girl.
of here. It's going to be Dirty White Boy against Dundee.
Ooh, look at this. We got Freezer Thompson in the ring.
Dirty White Boy heads for the ring.
Dirty White was, oh, so now you're using yes as a weapon right before my match.
And you have to sign for those things.
Oh, this will be good.
Some people's
Freezer
mail, I guess I
Thompson.
don't mind signing for, but I do mind signing for his. It's Freezer
Yeah,
Thompson
there
going
you go.
against Dirty
Exactly.
White Boy.
Like there were moments of it, like when Dr. Death shot on Steve Ray, and then those unhinged hotel interviews. But overall, it was like much more tame than I expected. So yeah, I think all the crazy shit was happening off camera.
Here today, Freezer, big guy.
Like I think Memphis, an average Memphis show is 10 times crazier than the craziest UWF show. On camera, I mean.
Dirty White Boy, no small champion himself. He does hold the CWA Heavyweight Championship. This is a non-title match here today. Oh boy, Freezer. Just
Freezer's I feel like is a really solid wrestler. I like seeing him, Keith Eric, Roberson.
Defended that belt on numerous occasions.
Who was the one guy that kind of, Jim Jameson?
Against the superstar.
Wow. Ooh, man.
Dirty white girl. Quit smacking Freezer Thompson while he's out of the ring down on the floor.
Jerry
Dirty
Calhoun
White Boy
just
drops
letting him
down. He
get
got him
the
with a doubled right
brakes
fist
beat
as he
off
was
of him.
coming off the ring apron. Now back into the ring. Freezer. Back into
Now
the
with
ropes. Dirty
OPC
White Boy
Don's
fires
help,
into
we can
the
crack
ropes
the
across
algorithm and
ring.
make the money needed so that we can start our own Memphis
Got him up
promotion,
in the air and dumped him right there in the ring.
but not in Memphis.
Dirty White Boy from around behind. Thompson hits the mat, bounces, count of 1, 2.
Wow,
Dirty White
nose
Boy,
alignment.
he doesn't play around with it today. He makes this count of 1, 2. Dirty
Classic nose alignment pin.
White Boy, well, he doesn't play around with it today. He makes that 3-count stick as he's dealing with the very large Freezer Thompson. 1:31 seconds to time.
Oh, I love
Dirty
Smoky
White
Mountain.
Boy
He was amazing.
is going to walk out of here with a victory, but also with somewhat unhappy Dirty
I'm glad
White
to see
Girl,
him as
I
like a
think.
top guy here for a minute.
And you quit trying to cause something.
Not trying to cause anything. Just telling
Oh,
you the
Dirty
facts
White
and giving
Girl.
you your mail, which I had
Please.
to sign for. We'll take a break. We're still going to be talking to Chris Champion a little bit later on. Stay with us for that.
Yeah, you got to see a much more of a variety of their roster on Saturday night. I would
CWA
agree.
Championship
Different
Wrestling
vibe.
Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. The card, Thanksgiving Mega Wars on Thanksgiving.
I would
Eve.
be totally
The
down to
matches,
watch
Todd Morton
that.
and Freddy, tag team action against the New York Brawler and Kevin Dillinger. And a big grudge battle.
I
want
wanna
to
watch Nitro from the beginning.
Wildside Chris Champion against RPM.
But we'd
Mike
have to do it
Davis.
on Twitch.
Frankie
I
the
hate
Thumper
that
Lancaster against the Soul Taker. CWA heavyweight title match. Bill Superstar Dundee goes after the belt.
Now
of
I
the
really
Dirty
wanna
White
watch
Boy. Dirty
WCW
White Girl, of course,
Saturday
in the
night.
corner. In the main event, Jerry the King Lawler will go up against Dutch Mantell. A lot of blood, a lot of bad blood flowing there.
Yeah,
Jerry?
you know what? I want to ask you. Do you recognize me, Michael?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
Who is it?
Jerry the King Lawler, World Unified Champion.
I'm wondering if some
Pittsburgh
of these fans out here
Penguins
are having
colors.
trouble recognizing me. You're right. Jerry the King Lawler, without a doubt the most popular wrestler that's ever wrestled in this area, and have been busting my butt up and down these roads and in and out of these arenas for years for these fans. But now all of a sudden, I have to slap the taste out of Dutch Mantell's mouth.
I watched
because
it
I
all
tell him to stay
live,
out
but
of
I'd
my
like to
business and he can't
revisit
listen.
it. It's been a
And now
minute.
some of these people are getting on my case. Well, let me tell you something. I just can't understand
Let me
it.
tell
I
you
want to say
something.
this, not to my fans, which there are hundreds of thousands of them out there. You
There's a
know
lot
this,
of fun
but you
storylines between when Nitro starts and when the NWO actually goes. I love the one where Macho Man is going through the divorce and Ric Flair is with Elizabeth and he's using all of Macho Man's credit cards to like fund this lavish lifestyle. He'll have like this spread of lobster and, you know, all this expensive food and bottles of wine. And it's like Tony Schiavone's like, this is all being paid for by the Macho Man. I thought that was such a weird thing that he was just spending all of Macho Man's money during a divorce.
other people, you other idiots that are getting on my back, you better get off of it because you're signing Dutch Mantell's death warrant. And when I get through with you, Dutch, you're going to be sucking soup through a straw for Thanksgiving.
Lawler, you picked a real good night to come to Evansville, the night before Thanksgiving, and that's a Wednesday night, and I'm going to tell you what, my jaw and my ear is still ringing from that big, massive slap you give me right here on TV. But I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to step in the ring with you. Now, yeah, you told me to stay out of your business, and I got in it. And you told me to mind my own business, but I didn't. I should have listened. But when I came in the ring, the big deal, Lawler, is you left me there.
Me and my friends watched it all live, the whole, like, Attitude Era.
All alone.
I never had good seats to any live. Well, we did to WCW, not so much to WWF shows at the time. I feel like it was easier to get good seats to like Thunder and Nitro.
Myself now, we're going to step in the ring in Evansville, me and you, and I'm going to guarantee you one thing: I'm going to be the last guy you slap.
In
for a
fact, most of the times, even if you went to a bigger city, the WWF show would end up just being like a house show, or like a big arena show, and then but WCW in the same buildings would be running like Nitro or Thunder.
time.
Rock and Roll RPM Mike Davis had his say about things a few minutes ago, and as we promised, Chris Champion
When
we would
Rick
like to give
Rude was
the
on
opportunity
both,
to
yeah.
say a few words about the situation between him and Davis, and Ronnie P. Gosset, of course. Gosset laid up in the hospital now, thanks to Chris Champion. Gosset, I don't want to say he was stealing the
I
money,
think
but
I was
something
just
happened.
about like the like if wrestling is going to be like kind of one of the big things in life for somebody. I think I was at a good age because I was a kid during the Hogan era, and then I was a teenager for the Attitude era, and then I was like a young adult then during like the early indie, like the early to mid 2000s, like indie boom. I got to see a lot of good wrestling like at the right time to appreciate it.
And it wasn't where it was supposed to be.
I wasn't jaded.
Hey, how you doing, David? Good to see you. Mike Davis, I want to refresh your memory a little bit from last week. Good old Ronnie Gosset, he's laying horizontal in a bed tube stuck in him. That's where he's going to stay. He called my mother a liar, and you see
Oh my
what
God,
happened
we're
to him,
still
Mike
going
Davis.
on this?
Last week on TV, you made the same mistake. You could talk about me, you could talk about my brother, but you don't mess with my mother who bore me in pain. And that's what you're going to be feeling, Mike Davis. There's plenty of pain from CC. Because ain't nobody going to walk but CC on the wild side. And I'm going to tell you all people a few little more things about Mike Davis. Never in my life have I ever seen a man that could cause so much pain and anger in my heart as to talk about my mother. Ronnie Gosset ripped my mother off. I sent him half my check home for my mother.
Are we at 3 weeks now on this storyline that is solely fueled on the fact that different people keep saying that his mother is a liar?
And now she's sitting there with no bills. She can't pay her bills. My brother's having to work 2 jobs to support my mother down there.
Chris, let's interrupt just for a second. Let's take a look at some action that happened at the Memphis Mid-South Coliseum right here.
Okay, Dave, let's do that.
Okay, Dave.
Dundee with a big right to the Brooklyn Brawler. Ricky Morton up and over the top rope. Dundee in there with a count of 2. Here comes Chris Champion in here. All over Mike Davis and the Brooklyn Brawler.
Oh, man. Ooh.
Starts with a bell to be rung.
He's really trying to make it pop. Oh, wow. Getting the Bill Dundee and Ricky Morton rub.
Chris, there.
Not real receptive on the hug, though. Watch Ricky Morton's body language here. Okay, now get off.
Chris,
That's enough.
I know there was some satisfaction with that super kick you got on him.
That's right, Mike Davis and the Brawler. That's a taste
They
of
did
what
look
you're gonna
pretty
get.
stiff.
I'm gonna show you a little taste of what you're gonna
Vito
get.
Bratta.
Chris on his way to the ring right now.
Ooh, look who he's in with.
And as we said about Davis, as he went to the
The
ring
Black
a little
Billy
bit
Jack
earlier,
Haynes, Keith
he
Eric.
was steamed. He was mad at Chris Champion. And I think in some way he did take it out on his opponent. Champion, most unhappy with Mike Davis and Ronnie P. Gosset.
Oh, there was that weird crawl thing that Dutch did as Texas Dirt.
Doing what he did.
Wait a
The problem
minute.
was between him and Gosset, but then Davis
Was
stuck his
Keith
nose
Eric
into it,
Texas
so now
Dirt?
He's got a
We'll
match.
never know.
They've got a match coming up. Keith Eric, yeah, happy
Yeah.
celebrating with Boss Winner. Things are going his way.
Oh, no.
What happened, Steve? Chris Champion. Whoa, look at him.
Do you think either of those people had a stroke?
And Keith Eric down on the floor. Boss Winner.
Keith Eric had him for a second there. He got a little
He
too,
had for him there. I think he just
got
said, "Hey,
overconfident.
You got to get back in there, Keith." Eric back through the ropes. Chris Champion from the wild side with a knee lift. Double forearm across the back. Look out, Keith Eric. Head rammed into the turnbuckle. Champion grabs him again, sends him across the ring the other way.
We need to get the Dutch Mantell shoot interview.
Right fist by Chris Champion. And he's yelling, "Come on, Davis, bring it on."
Is
Keith
Dutch on
Eric
Fiverr?
taking a beating here.
Also, I
from,
tried
Chris
to
Champion.
commission artwork for Boy Madness,
That head hits the mat.
and every artist I saw on
Champion is
Fiverr
looking
that
for
was like
Boss
within
Winner.
my price range was like AI only. And like a few years ago, you could have gotten really reasonable, like at least handmade digital art on there fairly cheap.
Keith. Oh, with a headbutt. This is exactly why I've accepted Keith Eric into my stable. Keith Eric is the sleeper of the 1990s, one of the greatest athletes of the next decade. You heard it here, baby. Heard it from Boss Winter, the man who is also signed with Kevin Dillinger.
Seems kayfabe. That's kind of racist. Just because his name is Keith.
Screaming at the referee about a slow count.
Let's look it up. Let's see if it was his real name.
Chris Champion sits down on Keith
Many
Eric.
brothers. What's wrong with saying brothers?
He doesn't go for the 3 count. He picks Eric up.
Okay, hang on. Keith Eric.
Yelling, come on, Davis. Bring it on,
Wrestler.
Davis. Watch this, Davis, he's saying.
Keith Eric, wrestler. Keith Eric, wrestler. Real name.
Reverses him back into the corner, but there's a knee lift and another one from Chris Champion. Eric moves out of the way.
Okay, okay. His real name is Darren Keith Henry. So Keith is his name, but it's his middle name. Darren Keith Henry, who wrestled as Keith Eric, who competed primarily in the Memphis territory between 1983 and 1991. Sometimes referred to as Keith Eric with an H like Von Erich, and also wrestled as Eliminator 2.
Hits nothing but the mat.
Fact check,
Eric
partially true.
springs that leg. Puts a twist.
That's fair, Electro Duck.
Keith Eric drops down. Chris Champion grabs him around the neck. Now goes to work on it with the right hand. Yeah, Boss Winter's complaining that he's using the fist. He is using the fist, Boss. You are absolutely right on that count.
How do you guys feel about a video where
I beg your pardon.
where a female bodybuilder talks about the difficulties of dating?
Champion works on Keith Eric.
Come on, Keith.
These two have had a battle.
See, Keith always gets the good matches.
I believe thinking as much about Mike Davis as he is the match at hand.
Oh, he better focus on Keith Eric. You do not want to underestimate this guy.
Keith Eric had the
Oh
shoulders
man, he
down.
got. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, I would have lost it.
A reversal by Eric, champion.
I would have Ooh, I think that'll do it.
Leaps over.
Boom! Look at that corpse
A
cell.
reversal by Eric,
Boom!
champion. Leaps over. There again, a super kick. Count of 1. This one's over. 3 count.
You think one of their complaints would be that their box is too vascular? I don't know
To the
about
New
that.
York Brawler. They jump Chris Champion.
Who's dead now?
Grabbing a chair.
Keith Eric? I'm sure he recovered from the
Using
kick.
the chair on that leg.
Oh, come on. Look at Jerry Calhoun. Gosh, guys. Hate to see this. Do your job, homeboy. What are you doing? This guy, Jerry Calhoun, is the shits. I mean, he's just letting this guy do whatever. He's going to kill this guy.
Then we get him some help. Yes.
Come on.
Lancaster and King Cobra.
Thank God SD Jones came out.
There is living proof right there. He won't super kick another human being.
That's it for the
Mike
super
Davis
kick.
and the New York Brawler. We'll take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment. Today, if so, you
Man.
saw Kevin Dillinger come in here.
You'll
still reaching
never
to climb the ladder
super
of success
kick again,
today.
boy.
Trying to climb the ladder with a bowling
Sorry.
ball and claiming that he was a great bowler and
Oh,
didn't make
Lord
any
Alfred
difference 'cause
Hayes,
he
of
climbed into
course.
the ring. Boss Winter said, "Hey,
He liked to
take
put
this
his
wrestler
dick
under
on
my wing.
people.
He's going to be a champion
for
in
a
the future."
laugh.
And Dillinger went in and lost. He lost to Frankie Lancaster and still is winless in the CWA. Mike Davis, New York Brawler, got that victory
Don't
here
go
today.
messing
The
with a
Soul Taker won
country
a
boy.
handicap match, and the Dirty
Right,
White
it's
Boy
me.
won his match here today. Situation between Mike Davis and Chris Champion still mighty unsettled.
Man, Jerry Calhoun let him just get annihilated.
Also,
Jesus.
This incident, which occurred earlier today, it's still unsettled between them. Talking about Dutch Mantell and Jerry Lawler. Here's what happened.
And I don't like the way you're looking at me. And if I got to make it any clearer, how
Oh.
about that?
Aren't they making a new American Gladiators with a bunch of wrestlers like
Do you
Wardlow?
understand that real well? Do you understand it? Do you understand that?
I wonder if anybody's gonna turn. Eddie Marlin. Oh, it's me, Eddie Marlin. Don't worry, I'm out here to help. Eddie Marlin just complete waste of time. Just lets all hell break loose. He lets that guy get his leg broken in the ring. He doesn't come out. It's nothing a little locker room cocaine can't fix. All right, well, that's all the time I have for Memphis for this week. If you want more wrestling only, you can come Tuesday. We're going to watch more of Championship Wrestling USA from Portland in 1992. It's been quite an eye-opening beginning to that series. But otherwise, I will be back in about an hour for Boyd Watch Live. And then I'll be back Monday morning for Eric McHenry, part 19 of the man Time Forgot. And then we'll do C block of Boyd Madness, which again includes Vegan Patriot, Luna Star, The Heathen, Dave's Channel, Vinny Slugga, Chris the YouTuber, Ruby SpaceX. So that should be a lot of fun. But in any case, thanks for hanging out, and hopefully I will see you soon.